we're gonna do this now. Oh look, my microphone is working. I don't know why it wouldn't earlier. I just fought with this thing for so long to try to get it to work, and now it's like, oh, it magically happened. It actually always worked. You're the one that was an idiot and thought it didn't work, because it did, apparently. I forgot to turn on my lights. And I love these lights, so I'll take a minute to do that really quick. Close enough. I like these colors. Hi. I know at least Ra is in here, but I don't know who else is in chat right now, but hi to whoever. We started this on Tuesday, and we're gonna keep it going. Because I ended up really liking this game. It's from the same people that made What Remains of Edith Finch, which is one of my favorite games in the whole wide world. And we stopped in the car. Let's see, we did all that. Can I go down like that? No, I can't. How do I access the rest of them? Okay. Either way, we're in the car. And we... Hi, Ra. We stopped here, so we did the whole house last time and, like, packed up the house and learned a bunch. Established this is 2003 that we're in right now, and we're doing a road trip to the old summer house because, one, Tess, which we established last time that this is super funny because Tess is the fake name I give. When I need a fake name, I normally go with Tess or Tress, like something along those lines. And she also had my favorite movie in her room. She works at a video store in town. I think it's called Video Galaxy. And she had my favorite movie in her room. She had Clue. And I was like, oh, well, that's fun. We learned about our grandmother who passed away, and we're going to the summer house because partially we found her diary and it talks about a guy that she was seeing that was not our grandfather. So I don't know, we're gonna look at what it is. Oh God, Road Buddy. My map quest days, I remember my map quest days very well. So we are in October 2003. Okay, cool. Because I think there was a bunch of dates on a bunch of things and I couldn't tell last time exactly where we were because I picked up the calendar too fast. Road Buddy, driving directions, North America, send to printer, back to directions, 861 West Orange Street, Greenville, to the town that I could not say the name of for the life of me. 1 hour, 15 minutes. And then this is just all of the directions. I wonder if these are like actual roads out there. Maybe they are. What I lovingly call directionally impaired. But I remember my MapQuest days very fondly with Mom and Dad on the way to the beach. I'm bringing it with me? That's nice. This was on the shelf at the house and she almost threw it away and I told her not to. Quick and Stop. Gum. What was the rest of it? Gum. Chips. All the sea monster kind that was in the trash can. A can of cherry fizz and a can of citrus. $3.50. Don't you miss when that's what that would have cost? When it would have been $3.50 for gum, chips, and 2 things of pop. That would have been super nice. I love that. I've also established this game came out when I was 5 years old. Or this game takes place when I was 5 years old. Text Dad. Text Francine. Let's text Dad. Hey Dad. Text me back when you're around. No, text Francine too. I know, right? It's less than gas. It's so stupid. Hey Frankie, guess where I am? Oh, Francine will message me back, but not Dad? Alright, cool. In the car with my mom. Yeah, and I mean, that's fair. When you lead with the car with Mom, it's not super exciting. Why would you text me about that? Because, oh God, the 2003 of it all. We're on a road trip. Was this planned or not till this morning? Where are you going? We found this weird stuff in my grandma's attic and now we're going to my family's old summer house. You have a summer house now? I know, my mom never told me about it before. No one's been there for like 30 years. I'm hoping it's either cool or haunted. Same. Why not both? You know what? You're right. I'll text you tonight if we find anything cool. Or haunted. Did you tell your mom about the plane ticket? We have not told mom about the plane ticket, and we won't be doing so until the very last minute. Tess, whoops. You have to. Look, and I get that. Okay, have a safe trip, nerd. That's fair. We, so like the whole thing with the plane ticket is interesting. Also, if I were Tess, I wouldn't tell my mom till the last minute if I were in this position. But, it's to go see Dad in Nevada. But Mom is very against the idea of going to see Dad in Nevada. Who knows why? Could be anything. Michigan Department of Transportation. I was right, it was Michigan. Look at me go. I know some things about geography. It's like, this is basically just exactly what you think it would be. And there's Mom's name, that this is Mom's car. It's blue. I got that. Yeah, nothing super interesting there. I like to read everything though, just because. Pick up sunglasses. Oh, these are Grandma's that I took. Why aren't you like wearing them? I guess that would screw with my vision in this game, but open my backpack.
What are you doing back there? Are you gonna do your homework?
No. Reading in the car makes me carsick.
Then what are you messing with back there?
Why are you mad that I'm getting my
Stop
backpack?
it. It's not safe.
Mom. If I close it, are you going to be bad now? Or do I need to close it because you're going to hit a rough stop and all my stuff's going to fly out of my backpack? No, I'm not going to close it because now you're mad.
What highway are we on anyway?
Oh, this is the old 2-lane north route from before there was a freeway. It used to be the main route north, but now it's pretty off the beaten path. It's the way we always took to get up to the summer place when I was growing up, though. So I wanted to take it again.
Okay. We're gonna go with it's nice.
It's nice out here.
Why not?
Peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Used to be a lot more cars on the road, and little shops and towns along the way. But with all the traffic going up the freeway now, everything kind of died off.
It's nice though. I grew up in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia, so just picture some more mountains, and this is essentially what I grew up in. I liked it out there, but small towns are not for me. Let's just go with that. I guess just talk to Mom.
When did you say the last
like
time
normally?
you were at this summer house was?
Oh, when I was, I guess, 15. Your age.
I'm 16.
I
Right,
meant
they're so
about your
nice.
age.
I'll just leave well enough alone on that one.
So, like, 35 years ago?
And you say you're bad at math.
What was it like?
The summer house? I just always really liked it there. It was an escape.
From what?
Everything, I guess. School, town, same old. Every day just felt like it was hours when we were there.
Let's go with why did we never go? Because I think we figured out why they stopped going, which was Grandpa died, right? Like,
Sounds
that's when
really
they
nice.
stopped.
So why did we never go?
I don't know. It was somewhere I always associated with being a kid. Yeah, we stopped going as a family when I was your age, and then I went off to college and then married your father.
Did Dad even know about this place? I can't imagine Dad passing up a free summer home where he could just hang out and do nothing all day.
So you're saying your father is lazy?
He's a man of leisure. I don't know. I don't know anything about Dad. I mean, Tess cares enough about him to
He's a
buy
man
a
of
plane
leisure.
ticket and
Is
risk
that what that phrase means?
whatever.
What else would it mean? He likes relaxing.
Because Opal's
He
clearly going to
sure
be real mad about
does.
this plane ticket.
It's probably why I never mentioned it to him. Because I knew he would never have put in the work to actually fix it up so we could use it.
It needed a lot of work?
Well, not last I saw it, but being unoccupied for decades out there in the middle of nowhere, it's gotta be falling apart.
It could still be in good shape.
Optimistic.
Maybe somebody's been, keeping it up.
You hope squatters have been living in it?
No, like,
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
like shoe elves.
Shoe helps.
I mean, it'd be nice if it were magically still in good shape, considering we need a new place to live.
To live in? Tess, I'm sorry, you couldn't live there, and not year-round.
I live.
Why not?
Well, it doesn't
Thanks
have
for coming to
central
hang
heat,
out.
or even really insulation. It's a summer home, not a winter home.
Oh god, do we want to start this argument in a car? You have a 2-hour trip ahead of you. I don't want to start this fight in the car, but there is no option to leave it alone. Fine, where are we gonna live?
Then where are we going to live?
I don't know yet.
We're gonna be living in this car, aren't we?
No.
Just like when you lived in that van.
We can find an apartment.
How are you even going to pay for an apartment?
The theater company,
I thought you said it was underwater.
well, it's not doing great, but...
Mom.
What?
Oh, I don't want your mom to give up on theater. She's happy about it. Let her live, man. I mean, I know it, because we're in the middle of packing right now. Like, the very beginning of the game is packing up your room.
We need money.
Oh.
Believe me, Tess, I know.
Oh.
If Dad was still here,
Excuse me?
he could help. Pay for things.
If your father and I were still together, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
Well, have you asked Dad if he could send back some money? To help?
Absolutely not. He doesn't have the money.
But Dad moved out west for work. What? Don't laugh at me.
I'm not. It's just... work. Sure.
It wasn't for work? Then what was it then? I think I deserve to know.
If he hasn't told you his side of the story, I'm not gonna step in and take that responsibility for him, like I always did. Your father left me in a hell of a situation. We made all these decisions together. Do you not understand that? We made decisions that depended on us both, sticking around. I didn't plan for any of this. You idealize your father, you know that? And I just don't really want to talk about it right now.
Fine. Let's never talk about it. Let's never talk about anything important.
Yeah. Things like that suck. And I say this as someone who my parents are together, but who is surrounded by parents that are not together. Your kid didn't do it. So don't be angry at your child, and if they don't have all the information, how are they supposed to form the opinions, and they also won't hold yours. They won't hold your opinion. I don't know. That things like that, it's just I could talk about the way you treat your children for hours. It was one of my specialties in my psychology program, was child development psychology. And it's just a whole thing in my brain. Okay, my phone buzzed in the compartment. Let's go for it. Is it Dad? Hey kiddo, sorry I missed your messages. Was in the middle of a business negotiation. Were you? I don't know, Mom's got something to say about it. What's up? Hey Dad, what's up? Not much at work right now, but good to hear from you. How's work going? No, we're gonna making money, are we, Dad? Never mind. Yeah, don't do that. Did you tell your mom you bought the tickets? Nope. Me and Mom are actually on a road trip right now. We are investigating a family mystery and going to her old summer house. Can you believe it? Wow, you need to tell her, kiddo, or else I will, and you know she will freak. I'm aware. Okay, I promise I will ASAP. I know you will. Love you. Actually have to get back to it now. Treat your mom nice, okay? Say love you.
Are you sending text messages to someone?
Yeah, don't take it out on your children. Don't take it out on your children. Yeah, I am.
Yes. Yes, I am.
To who?
It's to whom, Mother? It was Dad.
Just getting his side of the story, huh?
No comment.
It's all right. Having a common enemy can help bring people together.
You're not my enemy. Or Dad's.
Sometimes it feels that way.
Well, it's not supposed to.
Again, don't take it out on your children. Don't do it. That really screws people up for life. I mean it. It really does. Again, advocate of therapy.
Mom!
As in go-to therapy.
Are you okay?
I just didn't think it would still be here.
Before I get done here.
Mom, well, it is. And it looks to be surprisingly well preserved.
It's not just like I remember it. A little more...
Rundown?
Rundown seems like
Weather.
the nicest way to put it.
than the last time I was here. But
Out of my
I guess
options,
I
at
am
least.
too.
Want to start looking around?
Yeah.
This isn't exactly what I pictured when Mom said they had a summer home, but it's still pretty cool in a retro way. There's probably lots of cool old stuff inside from when Mom was a teen, and hopefully some clues to the identity of Grandma Helen's mystery man. Yeah, I love this for Grandma Helen. Also, she wrote a advice column that we found in the playthrough on Tuesday, which is really cool. That was called Ask Millie, and she had a book and everything.
Did you do these with Grandma?
No, August did. I never had a green thumb. She loved helping my mother in the garden.
Really?
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. Can you picture August getting her hands dirty out in the garden now?
I guess not. But if my mother was ever out in the garden, she was out there with her, helping the best she could. I remember one year, maybe when she was 6, she started crying so hard when it came time to pick the berries and vegetables. But the plants worked so hard growing them. You can't just take them.
Aw. Well, now I feel bad for the plants.
She was a sensitive kid.
So am I. So what happened? To August. She doesn't seem so sensitive now.
Oh. Life happened, I guess.
There's something so good about an Annapurna family game. And I know I'm biased because of Finch, but oh well. I want to do all the outside before I try to go in the house, because I'm afraid it'll trigger something to where I can't come back out until we're leaving. Do we have a dog? Did they have a dog? Are we not gonna... Oh no, they did! Lady! They had Lady. She was the big-eyed dog in the basement, like the basement painting that August had done. Nothing? Nothing. I got nothing. Yeah, let's go to what's under here. Why not?
Huh. What's under here?
The crawl space for doing maintenance and what have you.
So there might be, like, hidden stuff under here? Like stuff that people who are trying to hide something might hide in there?
I guess?
I should go in and see if I can find any cool stuff.
How did I know that was coming?
Just think of what could be under there.
Hold on. I don't know if it's safe under there.
Not safe how?
The floor could be unstable. What if something collapsed in on you?
Stay outside and don't go stomping around on the floor above me, and I'll be fine.
Just be careful.
You know it.
Good. Okay. Thankfully, I can't go a ton of places, so it's not going to be... Yeah, maybe we don't mess with the concrete blocks. I doubt I can move over this exactly. Okay. So we're playing this like a little maze game. I assume I can't... Oh, I can. I can fit through there. Okay, well then I'm going to make sure I do everything on this side first. Nothing. Old furniture and stuff. Some of these look a little rough. Please, nothing fall. Dresser. How did you even manage to, like, shove a dresser under the house? Was it on purpose? And if it was on purpose, why? Oh no, this is the saddest thing. I am so sorry. I did not know this was in this game.
Oh,
I am so sorry.
cool.
I mean, obviously I don't know what is the bones of, but I'm sorry if that is not your thing. I personally like things like that, but I know some people are not here for it, so I'm sorry that I could not give you a good warning.
This is good. Mom's gotta see this.
I'm writing you from our new home right on the water. I was looking and looking, and I realized there's no better home for us than one we could just pull up anchor and split if we really needed to. So I bought us a houseboat. It's really something else. Bought it from an older fellow who'd keep it perfect and was just done having to maintain it in his autumn years. There's a rumor they're going to dam this river up, but that's a long time coming, if it happens at all. Now, just to get you and those kids moved up here, I hope it's been a good summer. Write back discreetly, and let's make plans for the big move. Something I've learned since Leo died is that being loaded with cash is the only way to live. Get ready to leave all your worries behind. And it's addressed to Grandma Helen. More bones! I know, right? More bones, please. Okay, I'm gonna take that one, but what's the next one? Oh, it's the picture of the houseboat. Oh, that's cute. Okay, but if Leo was dead, why are we doing this discreetly? Like, why is this a let's plan discreetly to get you and the kids out here? If Leo was already gone, then, like, who was Helen with? Like, what's the problem? Or is it a problem of, like... I don't know, because it would have been before Tess, but after, like, the kids are not Tess. Tess doesn't have any siblings, at least not that we figured out. It would have had to be Opal and August, but there's not a reason to think that, like, Helen had somebody else to hide this from. Can I go this way? Yeah, I can go this way.
What's in here?
That's just August's old room. Let's try and find some other way in.
Okay. Oh, it's locked. We can't get into August's room from the outside. Maybe there's another way. Okay. Can we go through the front door? And then I can go into August's room through the middle? Enter trailer home? Question mark?
Is this a trailer home?
It's a mobile home.
Oh, Jordan, this
What did I
is
just say?
open roads.
They're not the same thing.
It
A trailer
is
home
like a
hooks up
story
to the back of a
based
truck
game.
and can be towed around. You can take it from place to place. A mobile home arrives on a trailer, like towed by a big truck.
Go on.
A mobile home doesn't have wheels.
Well, why didn't you just say that?
Well, I will admit it took me a moment to untangle the nuances.
This is a game by the same people that made What Remains of Edith Finch, which is one of my favorite games. I play it every year. And so when I saw they were coming out with this, I very deliberately avoided anything about it so I could make it the first game that I played on here. And so I don't have a single spoiler. I've not watched anybody play anything about it. And I'm mostly exploring. Opal, I'm having so much fun. It's a total blast out here. Really, you have to come. I know you go out on your little summer house every year with your family, but I really think you should consider working at the park with me next year. It's all people our age running the rides and concessions and games. Plus, when the park closes, you can ride the rides as much as you want, as long as whoever's running it isn't a jerk. Promise you'll come with me next summer. How are things out in the sticks? Are you still working at the drive-in? If you don't have any luck with the guys out there, wait till you come here. The guys are unreal. I've seen stuff that would make your hair curl. Say hi to your family from me. I'm going to write you every week, just like last year, so don't forget to write back. Your friend who's having lots of fun and wants you here desperately, Lori. And we're going to ask Mom.
Mom, you know what it sounds like. You had a Francine.
Oh.
I guess I did.
I've never heard of Lori before. Are you still in touch with her?
It was short for Dolores. Maybe you've heard me talk about my old friend Dolores?
No, I don't think so.
We haven't spoken in years. One of those friends you have in high school and then college happens and, you know.
We're going to be optimistic about it. Although I will say I don't talk to anybody that I went to high school with. Oops. You just live very different lives, especially when I am like the only person out of my friend group that moved away. Which is odd to think about now. Jordan, it's not really like depressing per se. It's got like a lot of things to think about, we'll go with. And it's just like all about this family and sort of like how they not fell apart, but like how distance happens and life just happens.
That's never gonna happen with me and Francine. We'll still be friends when I'm as old as you. A very long time from now. Like so long from now.
Wait, you're not implying I'm old?
No, of course not. But God, it's gonna be a long time from now.
You like to think that. Alright, cool. Stream is still running. I'm like triple checking everything because I once again had tech gremlins today. Of a different sort than I had on Tuesday. And someday I will learn how to fix them more quickly. I just have not run OBS nearly as much as I would have liked to by this point. Maureen Hanson, her fabulous TV debut. Alright. Wait, what year is this? Does it say? No? Just says July to July. The Family Garden. Okay, this is 66. So it's been... I mean, yeah, like they talked about in the car, like 35-ish years. I mean, 40-ish almost by the time these magazines are, but... Roller skates. I would absolutely die if I ever tried to go roller skating again.
You used to
I haven't
roller
done it
skate?
since I was like 8.
Mm-hmm. At the drive-in on Main Street.
At the... Wait, why would you be
Dark
roller
Pictures
skating?
anthologies are good. We've played those over on
Mom,
H&H.
were you a roller skating waitress at a drive-in restaurant?
Oh, that's awesome.
When we were here for the summer, yeah.
I love this so much.
Like in the movies?
Yeah. It seems silly now. I mean, it was silly, but I was glad to have the distraction.
From what?
Well, it was the first time we'd come back for the summer since my father died.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I was probably kind of depressed.
The Devil in Me,
It was
Jordan.
good to be
It's
up
really
and-
good.
and
It's
moving
definitely the
around
creepiest one in my book.
Not just sulking.
And bringing people burgers on roller skates in a little outfit?
Oh yeah,
Let
the
your mother
whole
live.
9.
Tell me there's a photo of this somewhere.
I don't know. Maybe?
Well, I've got a new objective.
Find the picture. It's possible there's a photo somewhere around here of Mom from when she was a teenage roller skating waitress. If that exists, then by God, I'm going to find it. So sorry if you can hear Henry, by the way. He's having some big feelings today. Real big feelings. All right. Does TV advertising really work? A 1968 TV set buyer's guide, a special 40-page supplement came free with the issue. How fun. I love this style of TV. Obviously, like, it is nowhere near what anybody uses now, but it's very close to something that I am working on for this channel, but also the TV that they use for the Live from the Apocalypse starting soon and Be Right Back screens is like this sort of TV kind of thing, and I really like the way that it looks. They do amazing work over there. Yes, The Devil in Me is a wild ride and is terrifying, and the absolute creepiest one that they could have made. Like, fully 1,000%, there will be nothing creepier. All the other ones also like have that merit, but they're not as creepy in my opinion because they deal with like supernatural stuff, which I love supernatural stuff and I still think it's got its place in horror and all of that. But there's something about the fact that The Devil in Me is based on a true story of just a guy that was awful and terrifying, which makes it the scariest to me. Oh yay, church. St. Benedict Messenger services Sunday at 7:30 and 11 and Saturdays at 6. Okay, so is this this must be a Catholic church, yeah? I actually had this discussion with Kylie the other day because I grew up Nazarene, and so the church services were Wednesday nights and on Sundays. But she told me that in Catholicism and a couple other like different branches of Christianity and other religions that they do Saturday night service instead. Volume. I'm really good at Roman numerals, I swear. 16? Is the V a 5? That's the only thing I can't remember. I know X is 10. August 4th, 1968, number 8. 235 Apple Tree Lane. Bowling. Men's league. I feel like every church ever has a men's league. Finance committee meeting, choir, confirmation class, Sunday school, and a potluck luncheon. Maybe they all, I think potluck luncheons also span the board. Finance committee. I can't think of anything that would be actually worse than finance committee. Floral offerings. Great. Sunday school. So too does our, with the upcoming school year approaching, so too does our Sunday school. The first meeting of the Sunday school will be held Monday, August 12th at 7 o'clock in the evening. All right. New and returning members of the congregation to join us after the 11 a.m. service for a potluck luncheon held behind the church immediately after. Interesting. I like everything this game touches on a lot. Like the fact that it doesn't like shy away from, like, we found an article about 9/11 and things like that. Like there was a article about dementia and all those things, which is a reason I said this game would probably be hard for me, but like that's the only time we've really touched on it so far. Except for Mom had to write the like goodbye message for Ask Millie, because Grandma was not in a place to do it. What's fallout and how can you be safe? Fallout is nothing more than particles of matter in the air made radioactive by nuclear or thermonuclear explosions. When an atomic or hydrogen bomb is exploded close to the ground, thousands of tons of atomized earth, building materials, rocks, and gases are sucked upward, sometimes to a height of 80,000 feet or more. They help form the mushroom cloud, which is always seen with one of these explosions. Some of these radioactive particles spill out in the immediate area of the explosion soon after it occurs, but others may be carried by the upper winds for many miles. Sooner or later, however, they settle to Earth. This is called fallout. Don't get discouraged, don't get panicky. Follow these simple rules. Prepare a shelter area in your home or backyard, whether you live in a big city or the country. Stock your shelter with a 7-day supply of emergency food and water. Get a radio, preferably battery operated, and keep it in a safe place. Mark the Conrad frequencies. We'll go with that. City defense news and instructions will be provided at these frequencies. If you think you've been in a serious fallout area, remove your outer clothing and wash the exposed parts of your body thoroughly. To sum it up, Americans are hard to scare. Of course, we are worried about the forces science has unlocked. We would not be intelligent human beings otherwise, but this problem can be solved, as others have seen, by American ingenuity and careful preparation. Now, see your local civil defense office today. Let civil defense help you to help yourself and the nation to be prepared. Interesting. Put it back. I can't open any of these? Okay, I can open this
Locked.
one. Oh. No,
Maybe the little key from Grandma's diary?
Yeah.
Nope.
Never mind.
What secrets might you hold, little drawer?
We found a locked drawer in the desk in the living room, but the key from Grandma's diary didn't open it. Maybe we can find another key. Pick up a drawing. What's it say? August's New Friend by August Devine. August's dad left her a special tie. It was a red tie, and it had special powers. When August wore the special tie, she met her friend Nightshade. Nightshade lived in the shadows and would always be there to help. He was August's friend who would never go away. Fantastic. And some might be like, that's super creepy. And I also am like, yeah, that's super creepy, but also, although I do, like, was it actually an imaginary friend? Or was it not an imaginary friend? In which case, yeah, that's terrifying. And keep Nightshade away from children. That one's closed just to, yeah, no, I definitely can't do that. Is this also August's room? No, this is a pick up stuffed animal. Aw, it's kind of cute. Tongue sticking out and all.
Oh, look at this big pink guy.
Kurt won that for me at the fair.
Who's Kurt?
Kurt?
We met at the drive-in diner.
You had a summer fling? Was he cute?
I thought he was very handsome. And he rode a motorcycle.
Oh my god,
Yes.
a bad boy? Did you roller skate his order out to him on his motorcycle? How did that work?
He parked the motorcycle and sat at a table inside.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting caught up on the details here, but tell me more about Kurt.
Honestly, I fell for him pretty hard that summer. It was pretty,
Cool. On his motorcycle?
He was very romantic.
Oh, no.
No, not like that. Well, a little like that.
Ah, no. So, what happened? Did you break up with him, or...
I don't remember. It was just a summer thing. It doesn't really matter.
Wow. Did I hit a nerve?
Hey, maybe we should keep looking around for more relevant things.
Code for please never ask me about this ever again. Noted. Great. Happy for you and your gun. Awesome. Oh, this is the same one from the coffee table. Okay.
Sheesh, what happened here?
Looks like the wall gave way. Water damage, I guess.
What is this thing?
It's the water heater.
Oh, that's why you said water damage. I get it, I'm following along. Well, it's not going anywhere now. Can we climb over it?
No! God, look at all that rusty metal.
I'm up on my tetanus shots, aren't I?
We're not risking it.
But what about
what's
adventure,
that thingy
Mom?
back there?
It's a maintenance hatch for getting down into the crawl space
Oh,
under the
so
house.
I can just go back in the crawl space.
Man, if I go back in there, I could climb up out of that hatch and get over to that side of the mobile home to find more stuff.
I don't love the idea of you going in there again, but your logic is sound.
I did it once and I didn't die. I'm sure I'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong, Ma? As soon as I do the kitchen, I can go back outside, I think.
These have seen better days.
Yeah, it's a shame they've gotten so moth-eaten.
I meant when they were alive. I am not a fan of taxidermy.
I meant
it
when they were
creeps me out a little
alive.
bit.
Right.
No shade to people that
I think
have
hunting
it.
is
I do
really
know that it can
rude.
be done very well,
Like,
but
leave the poor animals alone.
I am not a hunter
You know,
personally.
people have been
I like
hunting
animals way
animals
too
since we
much.
lived in caves.
I can't do it.
Right. Before there
I
were
would just cry.
supermarkets.
I would weep.
Or shotguns. Hunt like a caveman, and maybe I'll give you a pass. Did Grandpa shoot these?
Mm-hmm. Well, the pheasant. I shot the deer.
Ma. I mean, like, it's cool to think of your mom as, like, that self-sufficient, but again, I could never.
Mom!
I would cry
That's
so much.
kind of awesome.
Just cry.
I mean, as noted, hunting in general is rude and unnecessary, but still, it's kind of badass. You were my age when you shot it?
Younger. Our father took us hunting during the summers when we'd stay out here. Well, mostly just me. I always did all right with hunting. I could kind of, what's the word? Compartmentalize it? I don't think August could, though. I only saw her fire a gun once. A little .22 hunting rifle. She didn't want to, but my dad wouldn't let her give up. He said we weren't heading back until August took her shot. So she aimed and fired and missed. The deer ran off, and August cried all the way home. That was August's first and last hunting trip. Our father didn't have much patience for that kind of, He had a real thing for, not letting your emotions get in the way.
Maybe it's good to let your emotions get in the way sometimes. Maybe they're trying to tell you something.
Trust your gut. And also, again, I have, obviously, like, West Virginia is a hunting place, so I grew up around it a lot, but it was just not my thing. It wasn't even like a family thing. Like, my parents didn't, no one like that. August 18th, 7 at Cindy and Mark's. I assume this was to a, like, dinner party or something.
Could it be?
Oh, look, I found a key.
For the locked drawer in Grandma's desk?
It very well could be.
Only one way to find out.
We'll go back in a minute. I want to look at everything first. Darling, I know I'm running from something, but I have never felt so free. I just crossed the border and am writing to you from the desk in a room at a motel that's hidden off a little side road far from the main thoroughway. There's more driving to do before I find us a little place to settle down, but before long, I'll have a return address for you to write back to. Don't miss me too much. And it's addressed to Helen. None of these have a name. It'd be so nice if, for once... Oh, greetings from Canada. So, like, Helen was going to take the girls to Canada. And, like, what was he running from? Was he the one that was married? Because, like, in the postcard, they said Leo had died already. So it's not like it's... Like, she's not the one running from a spouse, but is
look
he?
At this. A postcard from the mystery man.
What was he running from?
Cops, the mob, his conscience. I'm gonna go with his conscience, because it feels like, with the way this game goes, that's the most likely.
I don't know if you can outrun your conscience by going to Canada.
You can if, I'm trying to think of a Canada joke.
I'm gonna text all my Canadian
it's not
friends.
Working.
Be like, hey.
That's okay. I'll give you an A for effort.
Bested.
Gonna go text all my Canadian friends and be like, hey, if I come to Canada, does that mean that I have escaped my conscience? Because you never know when that could come in handy. Nothing to the fridge. No cabinets. Pear halves. Syrup. The can is rusted. I would not open that if I were you. Strawberries and syrup. More strawberries. Mixing bowl. Why was all this, like, left on the counter? Did you all leave in a hurry? Because, like, if this is a summer home, no one is going to come back out here and take care of it. So you would think that they would have, like, cleaned up all of this before they left. Like, taken it with them. Or, like, if it was really going to be good for that long, like, we'll put it in cabinets. Not. Crackers. Just a random pot. It's really pretty, though. It looks like Fiesta ware. This takes place in Michigan, so I doubt it's Fiesta ware, but... More of Judy's potato chips. It's nice to know that Judy's has survived this long. They don't have the sea monster flavor at this point, just regular barbecue and vinegar. Nothing beats Judy's. Maybe that's why Judy's has been in business for so long. We just stopped and got Judy's at the gas station. Perky's vitamin-enriched dog food for Lady. Nothing down here, I don't think. Don't think I can open any of the cabinets or turn on the radio. Okay. So I think I got everything in here. So now I can try Grandma's desk again. Yeah! Oh, another one. Darling, I've been driving up and down the highways and byways looking for the perfect spot, somewhere secluded where no one would think to look, with a little bit of space, and I know you always liked a place near the water. I'll find something soon. Just keep biding your time and don't let on.
Aha! They were really gonna run away together, huh?
He thought so anyway. Whoever he was.
Why do you think Grandma decided not to run off with him?
Well, maybe she just came to her senses. She could have gotten swept up in all the emotions and everything after Father died, and then, when the time came, she thought better of it.
Maybe. Or... maybe he thought better of it. Like, maybe he met somebody else. Somebody who caught his eye while he was on the run. Somebody without, like, kids and responsibilities and stuff.
Could be. I'd just be a little surprised. He seemed quite... devoted.
He did. Jesse James had out. Alright. I love stories like this, but I am also, again, I blame it on the psych degree. Can I be in the van? Can I get in the van? Can I see in the van? Haha, I can!
It's your funky van. And it's locked.
Gotta keep all the funky stuff in there secure.
Please tell me the keys are somewhere. I need to see what a lava lamp looks like after it just sits there mutating for 30 years.
They might have been... I can't remember.
Don't do this to me, Mother. I have to see how much tie-dye is in there. Please.
Oh, August was always trying to steal my keys so she could get in there and mess with my stuff. They're probably in her room.
Oh, the little criminal! All right, I'm on the case. The funky stuff is so close, I can taste it.
Now, okay, the van that Mom turned into her bedroom when she was a teen is still sitting here, but it's locked. She says the keys might be stashed in August's room. Okay, so back to the hidey hole we go. And then I just need to look up, which is something I neglected to do last time because I was like, you know, I'm crawling here. I doubt there's anything of use. Although, technically, if the Resident Evil games taught me anything, it should have been that this would be useful. Okay. Which we read the postcard in here earlier, and it talked about how he found a place on the water and bought the houseboat. So, like, chronologically, that's where that postcard goes. So I think I showed that to Mom already. I figure the door's got to be around here somewhere. Yeah, because I took the card. It's not here anymore. Okay, yeah. There we go. Anything else on the ground that I didn't take earlier? Got it.
Mom, I found a way in. Hang on, I'll open the back door. Hey, Mom, I found something. Look, look.
Another letter.
He wanted to live with Grandma on a boat? Maybe we can figure out where the boat was by looking at the photo.
It looks like, well, it looks like a boat.
Yeah.
A houseboat.
There's still too many of those.
Can't see much of the surrounding area.
It's near trees? Maybe we can look for some of those.
A place in Canada with trees. That narrows it down.
Yeah. Very helpful. Very useful. Don't need to go back in the crawl space right now. Pick up a map. Kurt, about 2 hours drive. That was the guy that Mom talked about.
What's this about?
Oh, that was the town where Kurt lived.
Kurt would drive 2 hours
we
to
were
go
a
to
summer
your
thing, but we were planning on how we could keep seeing each other once we both went home after the summer. I guess I was feeling pretty lost. I latched onto him and held on tight. He became my plan for how I would be okay.
And that didn't work out?
Yeah, like these things often do.
So how'd you end up with Dad?
Sorry?
Well, you didn't end up with Kurt. How'd you end up with Dad?
Oh, it was a lot of years later that I met your dad. After college, I moved back to Greenville for my bookkeeping job. It was actually when I was in one of the first plays I performed in at the Andromeda. Your dad was in the audience. He hung around outside the stage door after the show and he flagged me down. He said there was a problem with the production. He was so distracted by my beauty that he couldn't pay attention to anything else going on in the play.
Aw, that's so romantic. It's like something out of a rom-com.
I found it endearing at the time. He was very persistent.
Was Dad big into local theater?
No. He told me later that he'd actually been at the play on a date with someone else. He told her he needed to head home, then hung around the theater to talk to me.
Wow. Bold. Did you find that endearing?
I guess at the time I found it flattering. And a little funny. I should have realized it was a red flag.
Don't go there. No.
So, not the kind of thing Kurt would have done?
Oh, I don't know.
You have to think about when you bring things like this up because you have a 2-hour drive back in that car. So just don't do it.
Do you remember...
Not
did
yet.
it seem like Grandma wanted to...
Leave my father? I mean... I guess when I was around your age, I started wondering why they were together in the first place. They didn't seem to...
Make sense together?
Yeah.
Huh. I remember when I started wondering that about you and Dad. Why you were together. You're both so different. Did you used to have more in common?
Well... When you're together at first, everything about each other is new. It can cover up a lot of things. But when you get used to each other, that's when it can be hard. But sometimes, by that point, it's too late.
Too late?
Oh. Oh, no. Yeah, I think we have to go with this one. Just because of the way society looks at that a lot of the time is like when it's just a marriage, they're like, well, at least we don't have a kid yet. And so like the natural conclusion to come to would be like, oh, you had a kid. You had me, so I was, yeah. Again, don't take things out on your children.
Because you have a kid?
Well, that can be one factor.
So you think you and Dad would have split up a lot sooner if I wasn't around? Well, I'm sorry I held everything up, okay? Maybe you would have been happier if you hadn't been stuck with Dad for so long.
Honey, that's not how it is. It's not as simple as that. And it's not because of you. There's a lot more to it. We'll talk about it someday.
When's someday?
Not today.
Then when?
Not today.
Another argument I've got about this is when your kids are old enough to understand it, go ahead and do it.
Mechanics!
Just go ahead and do it.
Man. I forgot that August had this. I let her keep it when I moved into the van.
But August didn't even go to Fort State.
She almost did. We were both so excited to, growing up. Don't you remember Grandma talking about how much she loved it?
I remember her talking about how sexist it was.
Yeah, well, everything was sexist back then. But we're a Ford State family. You'll be a triple legacy.
Okay, we had this talk in the attic about the wedding dress, of how we're not supposed to tell Mom what she wants to hear. We're gonna go with, I don't even know if I want to go to college.
I don't even know if I want to go to college.
What do you mean you don't know if you want to go to college? Of course you're going.
No, don't do
I can
this.
make my own choices.
What kind of choice is that? To be broke?
I'm not gonna be broke. I've been working really hard on my design business.
Yeah.
And August didn't go to college.
August was lucky. She's talented, but she's also lucky.
When I'm 18.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore. It's not a discussion.
Fine.
Things with parents are complicated. I'm very lucky that my mom and dad let me have like the reign to, which we talk about this now of like student
No
loans
video
and stuff,
games
but
back
my
then,
mom
I
and dad
guess.
were like,
Poor, deprived kids.
my mom and dad, like really recently we had this discussion and they were like, hey, college isn't for everybody. We get it. Like if you would have made the decision to not go, we would have been okay with that. Plus, going to college doesn't mean you won't be broke. Let's get that straight right now.
Oh, how fun.
Let's talk about
Wait,
that.
did they not get to use these?
Aw. Michigan State Fair, admit 1, good this date only. Admission price 25 cents. Good for 1 hayride. Showtime drive-in theater. Complimentary guest ticket. Good any date in mid 1. I got another key. Oh, this is to the van. It's gotta be to the van. Those flowers scream,
Aha!
I belong to a funky
This
van.
must be the key to the van.
Oh, goodness. Funky van, leaves on the ground. Got it. The Mean Boys by August Devine. One day, August rode her bike to town because of how sunny it was. Because it was sunny, her friend Nightshade had to follow behind under the trees because he lives in the shade and shadows and can't go into the sun. August laughed as Nightshade ran along under the trees, and she and Nightshade made jokes together. When August and Nightshade got to the town, there were boys outside the general store. They saw August's special tie that made her safe, but it didn't make her safe from them. The Bean Boys came closer. They said, "Who are you talking to? And what are you wearing, stupid?" August said, "My dad's tie." The Mean Boys said, "Your dad must be stupid." August was crying, but the Mean Boys didn't care. They laughed and laughed. August looked for Nightshade, but Nightshade couldn't help because he was trapped in the shade under the tree far away. When the Mean Boys went away, August went under the tree with Nightshade. August's special tie was all dirty. She gave Nightshade a hug to feel better, but it didn't help enough. Growing
Poor
up
kid.
is rough.
Did she get made fun of a lot? At school and stuff?
I think she got picked on when she was little, but she toughened up. I guess right around this age, when we came back from our last summer trip.
What changed?
I don't know.
Oh my
Ooh,
god,
spirit
Aunt
board.
August. I
All right,
have
Ouija board. Let's
so
go.
many questions.
Sometimes you realize, like, way later that you had really cool family members that did cool stuff in their youth. Aw, little artist watercolors. That's cute. Dear August, you were upset after what happened today, and that's alright. You needed time to yourself instead of talking to me, and that's alright too. But upset as you are, you need to remember, boys only tease girls because they like them. Absolutely not. Never, ever, ever teach your children this. This is stupid. People should be kind and understanding, and you should teach your children, no matter their gender, that you treat people with respect, and you don't say stupid things like it's because they like them. No. Shut that shit down. If anybody ever says that to a child in front of me, I do not know if I will be able to hold my tongue, because that is so stupid. Because they like them or because they're different. You cannot control the cruelty of others, but you can discourage it through your own appearance and behavior or learn to play along. Absolutely not. Never in a million years. Grandma, we need to have a conversation. I understand that you're gone already, but we need to have a talk beyond the grave. Because if this was the advice that you gave your children, like, I read what you put in your articles. Your articles were good. What is this? What is this bullshit of you play along? Absolutely not. Go wear your special tie and don't listen to mean boys or apparently your mother. Absolutely not. Time to fire grandma is correct. Absolutely not. I don't agree with this advice at all.
I don't know if I agree with this advice.
Good, Tess, don't.
This doesn't sound very Millie to me.
Millie was just a character, honey.
Well,
I know, but
was
didn't
nicer
she
than
usually
grandma.
give advice Grandma would have given? How could you tell a little kid that getting picked on was their own fault?
I don't know if that's what she meant.
That's exactly what she
It's
meant.
right here. She's like, if people are mean to you, you should change. What, the bullies are right? She never told me that kind of thing when girls were being mean to me at school. She just told me to be myself.
I guess... Well, maybe if Mother could have gone back and given August the advice she gave you instead, she would have.
I hope so.
Rough. That's also something to me, is like, and I get it from Opal's perspective of like, I don't want to think badly of my mother because she is gone and things. And like, this is controversial to some maybe, but like, if someone is gone, that does not make them a saint. They still did what they did. They said what they said. Like, there was every opportunity to heal and grow and everything like that. But that doesn't mean you, like, don't have to keep acknowledging those things. You are more than allowed to do what you need to do and say, like, what actually happened. You don't have to make a saint out of someone. So this is a little map, and it goes over by the doghouse. Oh, yeah, because there was, like, that freshly dug ground in the picture, and she said something about it.
Anywhere.
This piece
Right?
was clearly
Like
done by an
that,
artist.
Opal was like,
cartographic
the
prodigy.
lady buried a bone.
Do you think there'd be anything there to dig up that was left behind? It'd be like a time capsule.
Maybe she was gonna come back for it later. It was her first investment.
She got started early. I don't know. Let's just go see what it is.
I found a map to buried treasure in August's room. Could it be the fabled bootlegger gold? Probably not, but it might be something cool. X marks the spot near the doghouse. I like this little lamp, though. That's cute. Is that something? Oh, no, that's just the plate under the bed. I was like, oh, there's a note stuffed under the mattress. No, there's not. Yep, and now that's unlocked, so I can go back and forth freely without having to crawl underneath the house now. Let's do the doghouse. Should I do the doghouse before the van? Does that make more sense, or does it make more sense to go to the van first? Let's do the van first? Because, like, with the bootlegger gold thing, I feel, and, like, the fact that it was brought up in the picture from Grandma's, I feel like maybe it's the, like, thing that progresses the story along faster.
Everything I'd imagined.
I'm digging the yellow.
Lamp, an acoustic guitar, a concerning scent of mold?
I mean, what do you
Correct.
expect? It's been under this carport for 30 years. That's why I'm not coming inside.
Okay, I'll just look around and get out. It is kind of gross in here.
What a shame. Like the blanket. It's, like, kind of cool in here. I would dig this not as a, like, bedroom, but, like, as a, hey, I'm gonna go escape for a
Wow.
little bit thing.
Mom was even into theater back then. Huh.
Work on some stuff. Have a little, like, private area. I need a she shed, quite frankly. I need a she shed. A them shed? A something shed. I need a something shed. Although I guess this is my version of a something shed. Murder at Montague Morgue, adapted for the stage by Monty Print. From the novel by H.J. Simmons. Yeah. We did, like, fix this basement up a little bit, though, to make this our offices. Because, like, streaming spaces, we built a fake wall in between us because the echoing used to be really bad. Fun fact, the bed that I moved in here with broke. And we took the wooden slats from that bed and made a fake wall and, like, covered it in soundproofing foam. Which is why we don't pick up on each other's mics as much anymore. We still have, like, a little bit of work to do down here when we're on the same shows, but it works out pretty well. Death of a Salesman. Fairly familiar with that one. In the School for Scandal. I'm not as familiar with that one, actually. I am a theater kid, though, so I'm at least, like, slightly familiar with that sort of thing.
Wow. Brutal, Lori. Brutal. But kind of fair.
Lori, stop being mean, okay? She's only... Oh. Opal, you can't ignore your friend for Kurt. Don't ignore your friends for a boy. It's not worth it. It's very much not worth it, actually. The very opposite of worth it. In my experience, the very opposite of worth it. Dear Opal, are you getting my letters? I haven't heard from you since you told me about Kurt. I've been writing you every week. Things at the park are lame. All the fun people left, and now it's just me, Gordon, and the dorks from Sandusky. If I don't get anything back, I'm just going to assume you're too preoccupied with Kurt to write to me. At least one of us is having fun. I'll talk to you when school starts, I guess, unless I'm too busy. Lori. Ah, bummer. Again, don't ignore your friends for boys. It's not worth it. Just the owner's manual. You can't flip through it or anything. Pick up the screwdriver. Yeah, I'm gonna take that with me. Just in case.
Holy shit.
Let's go. Babe, the summer's been real out there, but I've got a split. I'm not hip to another winter with snow. I'm on my bike headed to Cali. Look me up if you're ever out that way, Kurt. Man. Not only did you ignore your friend for a boy, but then that boy left. All the way to California. That is rough. Oh, look, this is what happens to a lava lamp.
Alas, not so groovy anymore.
That's upsetting. Exit
How
the
was the
van.
stuff? Funky as you'd hoped?
Sure
Well,
was.
I found...
Oh, don't talk about it. There we go. Just a screwdriver in the glove box, Van. Well, I guess we can talk about it. I just, like, your mom is going through a lot right now. Like, a lot. Let's talk about it.
You guys didn't just drift apart at the end of the summer, did you?
No. I came to work at the diner one night, and they said someone had left a note for me. And it was this stupid thing.
That sucks, Mom.
I just felt like such an idiot. I'd put all my energy into planning how we'd be able to stay together, planning how our life was going to be, planning how he'd be the answer for how I was going to be okay. And then one day, this. I don't know if I've ever cried as much as I did for the week after I got this.
Yeah,
He seems like an asshole.
good. Be supportive of your mother.
Language.
Oh, come on. But he was.
But he was.
All right, you're not wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a
I'm
lesson
not
I
wrong.
should have learned that summer. You can't rely on other people.
Correct.
What?
If you put your trust in other people, if you expect them to be there for you,
You can put your trust
one
in
day
some
they won't
people.
be.
You can. You can put your trust in some people. But people like that, no.
So what? You shouldn't have friends or relationships?
Well, no, I just mean you can care about other people, but you have to be ready for them to go away and be okay on your own when they do.
Are you You're making it sound like... Are you saying Dad left you? I thought you said you both agreed to get divorced.
Yeah.
Well,
That
either
is
way,
what you said, Mom.
he's not here, is he?
Mom, what happened
Yeah.
with you and Dad splitting up? He always makes it sound like you wanted him to leave, but
He does?
I mean,
If he's telling you I wanted this,
This is. Well, if someone would have told the truth to
This
this
is why you need
child
to be okay on your own.
by now.
If you're fine on your own, when they leave, you don't have to feel this way. Remember that.
I also found this little screwdriver.
Okay. That might come in handy.
That is so sad. And it's something that like was a journey I went on at one point, sort of emotionally. It was kind of like back before the move and stuff. So kind of during COVID, I think, because everybody felt kind of like rough. I mean, kind of rough. We were all locked in our houses for so long, and it was really hard to have human connection a lot of times. I was really lucky that a group of gaming friends and I would talk like almost every night and play Among Us and things like that together, or I would stream something and we would all talk or whatever. But like there was definitely a point in my life where I was struggling with this idea of like, maybe if I choose lonely, then like I'm not lonely because it's my choice, and it's not that no one wants to hang out with me or wants to talk to me. It is that I chose to be alone and like have my alone time, and like phrased it like that. And I'm thankfully very far past because I've got really good friends now that like want to spend time with me and like make it known they want to spend time with me.
You ready to unearth
which
this
helps
mystery?
a lot because
You are really getting into
I
the
have a real
mess
hard
on
time
this
with
trip. Crawling through old crawl spaces, digging in the dirt.
It's for the sake of the adventure, Mom.
Don't let me stop you.
Yeah, Mom. For the sake of the adventure. What's in here? Oh, it's the tie. She like cut off part of it or ripped off part of it. And it's so faded. Because I talked about being bright red and now it's this pink color. And that should be August and Nightshade. Below the tree. Goodbye, Nightshade. Thank you for being my friend. I'll miss you, August.
So this is where August buried her feelings.
Mom! Come on, it's sad. What?
I don't know. Maybe we should keep it. Maybe August would want it.
I think so too.
We can just put it in the car.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Nightshade.
Can't bury your feelings forever. It turns out the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. Just kidding. It was actually the grave of August's imaginary friend, Nightshade. I feel kind of bad for disturbing it. Gaze at Vista. Sure,
It's
why
out
not?
there. Somewhere. That buried bootlegger gold.
Uh-huh. Bigfoot, too, I hear.
Do you think he found the gold already?
What makes you so sure Bigfoot's a he?
Oh, I love it. Equal opportunity cryptids. Very forward thinking.
It's 2003, Tess. Anyone can be a Bigfoot.
Equal opportunity cryptids is something I want on a jacket now, or a t-shirt maybe. A patch that I could put on a jean jacket. All of these are great possibilities, but I just really want something that says equal opportunity cryptid on it. Where do I go now? Have I like found everything here? I mean, do I just go put August stuff in the car? Like the car is outside the gate. I don't have a like clear direction of where to go, and obviously the game isn't over. So like where do I... Okay, so no. What have I not explored? I feel like I've done the whole house. Can't climb anything. I went through August's room, Mom's room. The crawl space, the kitchen, the living room. I didn't click on the hobby horse.
Well,
I remember
howdy
that.
there. What's your name, buddy?
Go rogue, hop the fence. I don't know that I can hop the fence. I just don't know where I've missed. But like something clearly, because I've not gotten a prompt to go anywhere else. Oh, I didn't do this area. I completely did not realize that I missed something back here. Or did I? Did I do back here? I don't remember. I feel like I didn't. I feel like I'd remember a pink bathroom. Because I would totally, absolutely have a pink bathroom if I could. Actually, technically, I have had a pink bathroom before. Oh, the picture! We found it. Oh, that's so cute. If I wouldn't break my face, I would like do that for Halloween or something. Because I feel like it's cute. Ooh, I wonder if I can get under the bed.
Yes!
Right, Raw?
It's
Hot
here! It's really here! Photographic evidence of your roller skating waitress phase. I love it.
You were cute.
You were cute.
Don't tell your mother she looks like a dork.
I don't know.
Oh, please, Mom, stop. You were cute then, and you're, hot mom now.
What?
Liv
According
said
to
it
the
in
boys
chat
at
earlier.
school, you are my hot mom. You didn't know about this?
No! I am not.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's great having all the boys at school talking about how hot your mom is. It's great. Regardless, this photo of you is real neat, and I think we should keep it.
Sure. Why not?
We found it. Oh, that's cute. Newspaper clipping. Next time, let both your tempers simmer down before you try to make amends. Confidential to Precious Stone. You're young, idealistic, and you trust easily. You have an open heart and a lot of pain to heal. Don't let someone who's more flash than substance take advantage of that. Looking for advice? Write to Millie, Box 67100, Grand Rapids, Michigan. For a personal reply, enclose a stamped, self-addressed envelope. Need help right away? Try Millie's new book, Just My 2 Cents. Available somewhere. Precious Stone. I would assume that that is to her daughter. That's to Opal. You're young, idealistic, and you trust easily. You have an open heart and lots of pain to heal. Don't let someone who's more flash than substance take advantage of that. So it's about Kurt to Opal, and she decided to put it in a newspaper instead of say it to her daughter. Grandma Helen, we have some issues coming up. I called you
Precious
cool.
Stone?
Yeah.
This was to you?
Subtle, right? My mother was against me and Kurt being together from the start. To be fair, I would go off to who knows where with him and sometimes not come back till the morning. Now I understand how worried she must have been as a mother.
You were a bad kid? Do you ever thank your lucky stars I'm not a bad kid?
I don't know. You and Francine can stay up pretty late.
Playing The Sims and eating pizza rolls.
Yeah, you kids are wild these days.
That was my college days, playing Sims and eating pizza rolls. My roommate had a gaming computer in our room, and I had my own Sims save file on there, and I would play it and eat pizza rolls at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, and Portal. Portal is one of my favorite games of all time, and I played that a lot in college. Gee whiz, your hair. Fragrant shampoo. For all hair types and styles. Headed to work, school, the movies, the disco. You'll find everyone saying, gee whiz, your hair. I can't even read the bottom part. Shampoo and conditioner, find anywhere they go. They'll get... I am really blind. I am not that far away from my computer screen right now. I can't do this or I look wild in my camera. I guess I could, like, do this, though, and that could probably... I love Portal. Raw, we need to play the 2-player Portal game together, please. Please. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to read this again. Men and women alike just can't get enough of that flowery, spicy scent, and no other shampoo leaves your hair quite as soft. Okay. I like that flowery and spicy can be put in the same description. That's cool. Summer peach conditioner. So we're gonna pair a peach scent with a flowery, spicy scent. Ooh. I love that. Portal 2 is super fun. I think there are streams on H&H of Kylie and I playing Portal 2 together. Because I convinced her to try it with me because I was like, Portal's my favorite game, please. And part of it she loved and part of it she wanted to throw her computer. The wonderful scent of fresh, juicy summer peaches can be yours with fabulous shoes? Sure. Summer Peach Insta Conditioner made with high-quality wheat protein. It goes to work in seconds, leaving you with shiny, well-scented hair. And at only $2.25 a bottle, it's a real bargain, too. Again, the costs in this game depress me. Just quite frankly, depress me. Oh god, it's another letter from Lori. Are we gonna... Opal, I thought I was the one that was going to have all the fun this summer. Before Kurt, I'm so jealous. A Casanova with a motorcycle? Jeez Louise, I've never even been on a motorcycle. Aw, jeez Louise reminds me of my mother. I've been seeing this boy named Gordon here. He's not as fun as Kurt, but he's cute and really sweet. He runs the log flume, and he's into model airplanes and ham radio. No motorcycle for me. Write back soon and tell me everything. I need something to read before Gordon bores me to death talking about planes. Your very best log fluming, non-motorcycling friend, Lori. All right.
What's in here?
This is the door I've not been in yet.
That was my mom and dad's room. Well, just my mom's room last we were here.
Well, this has got to be where
I think
things
I could twist this open from the inside with that little screwdriver I found.
That's right. That's why you take things. Buddy.
Hey, good work.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, this has got to be where everything else is. Aw, slippers.
Freaky. Yet appealing. Oh, Grandma.
I want bunny slippers. I know that is such a, like, no one looks at anybody and goes, you know what, I really want bunny slippers. But I think they're really cute. Not this kind. This kind's a little creepy. It reminds me of Bonnie from FNAF. But, like, in The Sims, which I've also been playing lately, just, like, on the side is, like, a chilling out game I play Sims for. And I put every single one of my Sims in their, like, pajama state in bunny slippers. Darling, now wait. It sounds like someone's getting cold feet all of a sudden. We had a plan. Leo dies, I make tracks for the border, and when the dust settles, you follow me. This doesn't work if only one of us makes tracks. I've got everything you could ever hope for up here. A place of our own, a quiet little town where no one knows our names, and a pile of cash that'll keep us going till who knows when. The kids will love it too. What kid wouldn't want to live on a boat? Get these silly ideas out of your head. Get back on track and we'll be together soon. So Helen was getting cold feet. So this started before Leo died. Leo died, and the plan was once Leo died that we would get, like, that Helen would go up with the kids, and now Helen's not going up with the kids. Interesting, it's an astrology book. But I can't open it. I want to open it. I want to know more about the astrology book. Oh god, the Bible. Okay. Oh, okay, and I can't open this either. I thought this was going to be like a money Bible situation. Like money she'd stashed away or something. They do that in hotels sometimes, I think. Or I've like heard of it. I've never experienced it myself. Perfume. Interesting. No label on it or anything. Fan. This reminds me of paintings that were in my grandmother's house. Pick up the Easter goose. Don't you mind if I do? I love a good Easter goose. I like the blue polka dots, the pink ribbon. That's actually really cute. I really like this game. I'm hoping that this isn't the last section of the game, but it very well could be, unless we're like going to go to Canada, which I doubt, but King, Queen, Royal Flush. Now, with the title like that, I feel like that's not a chess book. Or a poker book or anything like that. Or the Royal Flush wouldn't be chess. Royal Flush would be poker. But I feel like that's more of a romance novel situation.
Oh,
This
my
is what the
mom
key
loved
is
this
for.
desk. I remember when she brought it home from the flea market.
Jeez, how many desks did Grandma have?
Kind of a lot, I guess. I mean, she was a writer. She liked to move around.
Well, let's see what she was hiding in here. Ugh, it's locked.
You'd have a key.
This gives me an idea.
Yeah. Do not smash
The
that
little
open.
key from Grandma's diary?
Right.
Here we go. Ooh, that light though. These are the same ashtrays that are at the house. Pick up the pen. Yes, I'll just put that back. Helen, you can't just leave me here. I did all this for you, all for you. And those are my kids too, you know. I have a right. Okay. So this is from Leo, then. Right? Like, Helen said, I'm gonna leave you. No. Pierre Lautrec? Box 9, Hop to Lake. Carndale? Ontario? Wait, so does that mean that Leo is not Opal and August's dad? That Pierre is Opal and August's dad? That Helen cheated on Leo while they were together, and then the plan was just going to be, hey, we're never going to tell Leo because he's dying already. And we're just going to, like, let this be, and I'll come find you later?
What's that?
What? I'm sorry. What?
What does he mean? When he says those are his kids?
Oof.
Was Grandpa Leo not your real dad?
I...
Could that have been why he was trying to run away with you and August and Grandma Helen?
I can't even imagine.
Look, Mom. Look. This one. This note. It has a return address. Pierre Lautrec. Box 9, Hop to Lake, Carndale, Ontario.
Yeah, we should go check it out. Let's go to Canada.
What? No.
Yes.
No, but...
Tess, we already drove however many hours up here and dug around getting dirty and all this stuff. I'm not driving us to Canada based on some return address from over 30 years ago. We have the rest of the house to pack up, and I still need to call the electric company to schedule our end of the service, which I probably should have done sooner, and...
Mom, stop.
This is rough. And this is why it's even rougher on my end when I'm like making this decision. My sister and I are the biological grandchildren of our grandparents. The rest are adopted, right? Like my cousins are adopted. So like this is so tricky for me. But like in a good way, in a way of like I really like exploring things like this. This is your father we're talking about here. Because I imagine that if I were in this position, I would want to know. I do.
This is your father we're talking about here. It's about who you really are. It's about who I really am. Was my grandfather really my grandfather? Who was this guy? Who are we? These are big questions, Mom, and you're just gonna turn around and drive home?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not
Yes.
doing this because of your sterling rhetorical skills. You didn't win this one.
I kinda did,
I
though.
just happen to agree with you.
Did a little bit.
I do want to know who my mother might have been mixed up with, and why she never told me about it, and who my real father is. And if we go check out this address, we might find nothing. But we might find something. So if one more day of driving is all it takes to find out one way or the other...
Then why not, right?
Right.
Glad I could convince you.
No, you just happen to be right.
Exactly. Glad you came around to see things my way in the end. Okay, should we get going? It's getting dark.
Oh, I want to
Yeah.
read the rest of the cards.
Let's find
No.
somewhere to stay for the night. We'll look up directions. Get back on the road in the morning.
Hotel night.
I want to look at
We're
the...
getting room service. Thank you, Mom. Best weekend ever.
But we didn't find that hidden fortune you were so excited about.
This is better.
Yeah. Maybe it's on the other side of the border.
Maybe. Come on, let's get out of here.
I wanted to look at those cards. Oh, I can. Okay, good. What the heck? Is this Pierre Lautrec guy Mom's real dad? Scandal. We found an address for some place in Canada. We've got to go check it out. Time to hit the road. But what I was saying earlier, I know for a couple of my cousins, it was like really like cathartic to know everything. And I feel like that's how I would feel about it, is that I would want to know everything. Because I have gone back in my family tree to like the 1700s. I find all that fascinating. And I actually have a character coming up for a show that's not technically announced yet. But I can at least say she shares the name of my great-great-grandmother. Because I heard so many things about her and I never got to meet her. But she seemed really cool. And so I was like, when I get the chance, when it feels right, I'm going to name a character after her. And the time is coming for that to happen pretty soon. So I'm a big family person in a lot of complicated ways, I think. Our condolences, our thoughts are with you, Janet and Michael Richards. Our thoughts are with you. Helen, so sorry to hear about your loss. Please let me know if there's anything we can do. The Saltzmans! I've got to take a picture of this and send it to Michael immediately. Because I never hear the name Saltzman very much. But Michael is a very good friend of mine. Anybody that's in here that has ever watched H&H, you probably or may at least know Michael Saltzman. Or if you've watched Dropout, I act like you would know him from H&H. He was on Dropout as the fact checker in them, actually. And he's a wonderful friend, and I'm sending this to him right now. And I'm giving him no context. I'm literally just going to send him the picture. We're going to see what he says. Oh, it's their wedding day. Is there anything on the back? No. Nothing in the books I can do. Yeah, it's just the note. Have a right. That's like, it's so wild to me that this is where the story's gone. Okay, now we have our reason to leave, so we can do that now, and we can go to the car. And then, I just almost felt my phone drop from my lap. Now we can go to the car and we can, I think I took the long way on accident. We can go to the hotel, and it might not cut us to the hotel, it might cut us to Canada. This is wild though, that she was like, we're not going to Canada, and my one argument, and she was like, you know what, fine, we'll go to Canada. Why not go to Canada? It's fine.
All
where's
right.
the hotel?
Time to order that room service.
Yeah, bud.
This is not the kind of
Oh,
place
that's
that
fair.
has a room service. I'm sorry.
What?
Hotels do room service. This is a motel.
Fair
Just like the summer place was a mobile home and not a trailer.
Right. But the other way around. But there's a restaurant and lounge right next door, though. I'm gonna head down there and get us dinner, okay? And I'm going to have a cocktail while I wait. It's been a long day. I'll be back with something to eat soon.
Well, all right. That's almost like room service.
What do you want to eat?
Oh, burger?
Burger it is. Do your homework.
I knew I shouldn't have brought my backpack on this trip. Now Mom expects me to do my homework. Well, I guess there's not much else to do cooped up in this motel room.
Oh, how lovely. Dirt-flavored water. No thanks.
don't blame you. I am also... I'm a coffee person in the way that coffee shouldn't taste like coffee. It should taste like anything but coffee. Hey, Tessa Bear. Hope you had a good day. Busy with some work late tonight, but we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thinking of you always, Dad. I feel like maybe this is as good a time as any. I know we said we'd talk tomorrow, but just gonna cross the Canadian border, wanted to say hi. Canada, what for? We found some clues in Grandma and Grandpa's old summer house, and we think there might be more to find at another place across the border. So we're gonna check it out. Tess, are you hunting for bootlegger gold without me? No. Maybe we're gonna see what we can find. Can't wait to hear all about it once you're back and to get my cut of the action. Can't wait to talk to you too. I had a question. It's about you and Mom. I feel like a bummer incoming, but okay. Well, you always said Mom wanted you to leave, and that's why you're not living with us anymore. But Mom said you were the one that wanted to leave, so I'm confused. She said that, huh? Well, I'd say it was mutual, kid. But I had a big opportunity out here, and I had to take it. I understood why your mom didn't want to come, and that's okay. That's why you left home and quit Video Galaxy and everything? It's not the same without you here or at the store. I'm sure the store is even better without me, who wants their dad as their boss. But you made the store so fun. Also, Dad, please use the right there. That makes my brain hurt. The window displays and the Halloween costume contest and movie quote trivia, the new manager is just boring. So what is your big opportunity out there? Well, you know I headed out here for a new business venture and I'm in the investment stage. Can't wait to tell you more about it, but just wouldn't feel comfortable till I know it's going to pan out. Just wanted to make sure everything's perfect for when I tell you more. Don't keep secrets from your children. Because I think Tess is like a junior in high school, right? Or like just finished junior year? Something like that. Like she's somewhere in that range. She's old enough to understand what is happening. And even if she was like a freshman or a sophomore, like even like late middle school, or like I'm just somebody that I need you to be honest with your children. I need you to be honest with your kids. Remember when you were little and you worked on that book you drew me for weeks and wouldn't let me peek at it until it was all done? I've still got that book right here with me, and you didn't want me to see it until you had it all perfect. This is just like that. You still have that? Yeah, I never part with it. No way, no how. I just don't want to disappoint you by jumping the gun. You understand, don't you, kiddo? Yeah, can't wait to hear more. Soon, I hope. Got to get back to it. Love you, Tessa Bear. Love you too. At least he said love you this time. He didn't last time, and I noticed. Hey, Frankie, we survived the abandoned summer home. And how haunted was it? Very, extremely, a little, not really. We're gonna go with very. Is it haunted in ghost form? No. Is it haunted as in like the memories of my loved ones and the fact that it is very possible that my entire family fell apart years ago and I did not know it? Yeah. OMG. How many ghosts did you see? Nothing but ghosts. The place was packed full of them. Damn, I want to see a ghost. Speaking of spooky, how did your mom react to you telling her about Nevada? Haven't done it yet. Shut up, LOL. I didn't tell her. Why are you so obsessed with that? You need to tell her. What if she doesn't let you go? I'm gonna, and she'll let me go. Just do it now. Okay, I will when it's the right time. When? Frankie, get off my back. Also, if I need to name a character Frankie, because I really like that. I like gender neutral names for characters. I don't know. So, did you find what you were looking for? Let me tell you, Frankie. Yes and no. We are heading up to Canada tomorrow. What? Yeah, we found some stuff about who my grandpa might have really been. We're gonna see if we can find out more about him. What? You might be part Canadian? Frankie, no. Yeah, a quarter maple syrup running through my blood. I'll call and tell you about it when we're home. Reception out here is bad. We're in a weird little motel for the night. It's not really that bad, though. You just don't want to call. You have 3 bars. It's not as good as 4 bars, but it's still bars. As someone who grew up in a place that literally had 0 bars of cell service, and I had to use the internet to, like, call out to people when, like, internet calls became a thing, and my parents still to this day have a landline because they don't have cell phone service where they live. It's pretty cool. It sucks. We're just gonna go with it's pretty cool. We'll keep it light. It's old and vintage, and my mom's getting me a burger from the bar. That's awesome. Well, have you looked around the motel room? Is there anything weird in there? Probably. If I find anything weird, I'll text you about it. Let's put the phone in my pocket. Francine wants to hear about weird stuff in here. I should text her if I find anything interesting. Yeah, we can explore a little bit before we start homework. I don't see a problem with that. Plus, like, when you're in high school, most of the homework is not, like, super long or anything. I mean, I definitely had, like, long reports and stuff, but that's not a thing she's gonna finish in one night anyway. We've got a Canada trip to take. Oh, God. That's no noises. A lot. Yeah, we're just gonna turn that off. I don't like that. Pick up stationary pen. What is this? Oh, it's just, like, trying to make the pen work. Pick up pen. I can't read that at all. Value 7 launch? 7 value launch? Yeah. Open the drawer. Another Bible. Is this one money Bible? No? Okay. Open the drawer. Close the drawer. Open the drawer. Close the drawer. Not that I expected there to be anything in here, because they, like, clean out motels, but... Fluoxetine. Why is she... Wait, why do we have Grandma's pills? Is Mom taking Grandma's pills? Do we need to... There are a lot of open conversations that my mother and I need to have, and apparently one of them is that she's taking my grandmother's fluoxetine pills. I'm gonna Google that really quick, because I feel like that sounds familiar to me, and I'm wondering if I've actually talked about it with my doctor before. Because it's very possible that I have. Fluoxetine. What are you? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's an SSRI. I've totally talked about this with my doctor. I've not been on it. But I'm, like, super open about my mental health. And it's for depression, and OCD and panic disorders. And I do not have OCD, but I do have panic disorders. And I am depressed. So yeah, apparently my mother's taking my grandmother's pills. Oh, my mom's sleep shirt? That's what we're gonna text her about? Ugh. At some point, adults get them. They're from a concert or a college. Which is this, my mom's college. That's cool. I don't know. I think I might go right to work after high school. My mom would explode, though. You're going to hate this. What? Your mom is right. Frankie, you should go to college. You can do your ideas after. Again, college is not for everybody. Don't force people to go to college. It's one, just a bunch of debt that they don't explain to you at that age. Like, they don't explain to you well at all. They just are kind of like, hey, sign this paper. College, you don't have to worry about, like, the money part for loans or whatever. But you do. School is expensive, correct. Instead, I could have a pool. You sure could. So it's education or a pool. Uh-huh. Yes, and I choose pool. I will shut up, but you should go. You're too smart. You need to show them. Show who? Who do I need to show? I don't know. I do not regret going to college at all. I made amazing memories in college. I've got 3 degrees, and in all that time, I learned so much, like, not just education-wise, but about myself. But I also like have plenty of family and stuff that didn't go to college, and they're all doing great. So don't feel pressured to go to college, children. There you go.
Oh yeah, definitely stealing these.
Yeah. Although, like, the hotel soap dries out my skin. I don't know if that's a thing for everybody, but it's definitely a thing for me. Okay. Is that... I brought my towel from home. I don't blame you. My own towel. It's named Dr. Softness. Oh no, honey. It's soft. Aren't all towels soft? No, they're not. Frankie, no, they're not. This is also a real thing. Sensory issues, man. Not all towels are soft. Fine, okay, look, I don't want to use motel towels, which is also fair. Continue. I mean, they were just hanging here when we got here. Yeah, they just cleaned them and hung them up for you. Did they? Yes. I don't like not knowing. If you want to be worried about motels, I have one word for you. Sheets. Which, again, fair. I get it. Like, I am not the one to, like, bring my own, like, towels and stuff to a hotel, but I can understand the people that do. I don't judge those people at all. Okay. What else am I supposed to do? Because clearly Mom... Oh, my homework, probably. I was like, what triggers the next part? Probably doing what my mother told me to do. Pick up my calculator. Cool. This is, I think, the same one that was on my desk that I couldn't pack away at the beginning. Pick up the box of tissues. No. I don't think there's anything else for me to get. I'm pretty sure I did all of it. I'm gonna go with I did all of it. I'm just gonna sit down and do my homework. We're not gonna address the issue of my mother's taking
How's
my
that
grandmother's
homework
pills.
coming along?
Fine. How was the restaurant?
Overpriced. But I guess that's the price you pay for convenience. Here's your burger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. I'm gonna call August.
Tell her I said hi.
August? Guess where I am? At a motel in Powhatan. Tess and I took a little road trip. She says hi. We paid a visit to the old summer house. You remember the summer house? Mobile home. Yes, it's still there. Anyway, we came away with some questions about Mom and Dad.
This burger is my rival and I will defeat it. Okay, so I didn't find the weird stuff. I didn't find all the weird stuff to text Francine about. Ah, I screwed that up. Okay. Fries. Ketchup packet. Burger. There's too many vegetables on that burger for my liking, but that's okay. Oh, I have to do this bite by bite? Okay. I like that we destroyed the ketchup. Great. Awesome. Lo, I have vanquished the mighty burger. Okay, what else can I text Francine about? Because I feel like this is my second chance to do that, unless it's something where my mom is, and then... Oh, do I need to keep my phone in my pocket again? Text Francine. Hey, I've got to help my dad with dinner. Have a good drive to Canada. Don't let the moose bite. Okay, so maybe I can't do that anymore. But we'll do like a quick glance around the room. Just figure out. I just didn't see anything else that was like, oh, pick up cocktail napkin. Increase turnout at Andromeda. Improve word of mouth. What? T-shirts? Posters in local schools. Actors, directors give lectures. I mean, fair enough. Found a note my mom wrote on a bar napkin. Uh-oh, what's it say? The note's about her theater, like how to get more people to go. Thought a bar napkin would be more interesting. Biz must be worse than usual. These ideas are tame. We need to punch it up. We run down the street launching fireworks, yelling, "Theater!" Yes. Best marketing plan I have ever heard. I get my plane to spell out "See plays in the sky." We go to an elementary school play and boo, "Better acting at Andromeda." Whoa. What? Kids bounce back. That's my favorite. What? Kids bounce back. It's fine. I'm envisioning the backstage mom rage. Maybe napkin thoughts win. Which is fair. I get it. Maybe napkin thoughts win. I don't know. Running up the street with fireworks, though, sounds promising. Is mom outside or in the bathroom? She's in the bathroom. Okay. Again. This is just worrisome. It's not worrisome that she needs them. It's very understandable that she needs them. It's worrisome that she has grandma's and not her own prescription.
Notify the blah blah blah. Be aware. Be sure. Got it.
Because it might not. Oh, bye, Jordan. Thanks for coming to hang out. It's just as someone who is on psychiatric medication, it worries me to think you're on the wrong psychiatric medication for you, because I've been through that and it's not pretty.
Do you think...
It's not bad. Or it's not good. It's very bad.
Yeah, she's here. Hold on. She wants to talk to you. I'm going out for a smoke. Back in a few.
Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Aunt August.
This is all... It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's one word for it.
How do you feel about it?
Thanks for the follow, Jordan. I don't know what to think.
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Me neither. It's so surreal.
I can't imagine Grandma having an affair, but I also don't think she would have if it wasn't the right thing to do.
Yeah, it seems pretty out of character, but she was an interesting person. My dad... I was still pretty young when our dad died. For your mom, I think this is all a lot harder on your mom than on me. I never really knew him.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. I've spent enough on therapy to almost be over it. Did you guys find anything out there? I haven't been since we were kids.
Which one do we talk about? I think I'm gonna go with
We
Nightshade.
found your old friend, Nightshade.
Oh, Nightshade. I'd forgotten about him.
Kind of a spooky name.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I was a spooky kid.
Fair.
You know, our dad dying really did shake me up. Nightshade was to try and fill that void, I guess.
That must have been hard.
Yeah. What about the house? What was it like?
It was pretty beat up.
Yeah. I'm surprised it was still standing.
I guess part of me hoped we could just move out there.
Move out there? Oh my gosh. You're breaking my heart. You'd rather live in the middle of nowhere than in Chicago?
What?
With me, in the townhouse. Didn't your mom say?
No. What about Mom? Can she stay with you?
Of course, both of you, but she doesn't want to.
What do you mean?
She... Look, you should talk to her about it. It isn't my place.
Why didn't...
Oh, hold on. Work is calling. I gotta go. Love you, Teresa.
Love you too, Aunt August.
Woof. Okay, so finishing my homework's not an issue anymore. I can understand, because I'm sort of like that, but it's rough when people really want to help you and you're not sure how to accept that help. Oh, I can go to bed now. That's my other choice. I don't really want to go to bed, though. I want to talk to Mom. I don't think that's going to be an option until we're on the road to Canada. Yeah. Go to bed, I guess.
And Jocelyn is looking at him, and it's so obvious that she forgot her line, and of course she did, because she only got off book a few days before, and he's just staring at her.
Uh-huh.
And Todd needs her to say it, otherwise the whole scene makes no sense, and it's dead quiet. It's opening night. And so then she just says, "Who are you? The Pirate of Penzance?" Tess,
What?
are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm listening.
Uh-huh.
If you want to just drive
Yes,
quietly for a
yeah,
while,
yeah.
that's fine. I can do that.
This drive is so freaking boring. I wonder what's going on with Dad and Francine. Okay, so we're gonna text some people. Why is everything dark? Oh, it's probably just the time of day that we're driving. Oh, that's the box from the... Okay.
Wait, where's my cell phone? Did I leave it in my backpack?
Probably. And then Mom's gonna yell at you again. Ooh.
Oh no.
What?
My cell phone. I left my cell phone at the hotel.
Are you sure?
Yes, I looked everywhere. It's not in the glove box. It's not in my backpack. I don't have the charger either. I must have left it on the charger at the hotel. We have to go back and get it.
Tess, we have been driving for over an hour already. We are not driving all the way back to the motel just so you can have your phone for one day.
You don't understand. It might be gone if we don't go back for it.
I'm sure it'll be in the motel lost and found. We can pick it up on the way home.
No
Mom,
one...
we have to turn around. We haven't been driving for an hour.
Yes, we have. We left 1 hour and 18 minutes ago.
Well, we can drive faster on the way back.
I am not breaking the speed limit and getting pulled over and getting a ticket because you can't wait till tonight to get
I wouldn't have left my phone there if it wasn't for you. You were lying to me.
Oh, no.
And I was so distracted. And now you won't even go back and...
Hold on. I was lying to you? When was I lying to you?
Oh, no. Oh, God. Do we go for the pills or Aunt August? Because they both seem like awful decisions. Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm gonna go with the pills, I think. Because that's, like, a more dangerous situation. And I feel like even when you're the kid, if you know when that's happening, like, it's not... You don't want to parent your parent, but you also don't want to see something bad happen to your parent.
You never told me about the pills you're taking.
The ones you found when you went through my suitcase last night?
Well, how did you...
You didn't hide it very well. I could tell you'd been in there. If you're gonna snoop through somebody else's stuff, at least put a little work into covering your tracks.
Well,
yeah.
good point.
Yes, it's Prozac, Tess. But since you apparently need to know, with everything going on, I need a little help, and I'm not ashamed of it. But I am very disappointed at you for violating my privacy. So that's what this is about? My prescription medication?
I thought it had Helen's name.
No. You didn't tell me we could stay with August. Why would you just lie to me and
Really
say
thought those
August
pills
was
had
unwilling to
Helen on
help us?
I didn't lie. She doesn't want to help. Helping would be buying the house, and when I asked, she said no.
But she offered to let us stay with her.
And I said no. There's a million reasons why that's a bad idea.
At least we'd be sleeping in a bed and not a car.
We aren't gonna sleep in the car. I'll figure something out.
Aren't you concerned? We have no plan. You have no plan.
I have a plan. Money might be tight, but it's not like I don't have a job.
Why are you so disinterested in my business?
Excuse me?
You don't ask me anything about what I do.
I have a lot going on right now, Tess.
That's fair, Tess.
You're always talking about the theater, but when I talk about what I'm working
I'm
on...
sorry, honey, but I can't just drop everything to learn about websites.
At least Dad.
Don't bring your dad into this.
Why not? Why can't we talk about Dad? Actually talk about Dad for once. The divorce,
I don't want to have this discussion right now.
Fine. You don't want to have this discussion? I'll just find out when I go to Nevada.
What?
When I see Dad when I go next month.
You're not going to Nevada next month.
Yes, I am. I already have the tickets.
What do you mean? With what money?
From my business, I'm going...
From your business. I can't believe you. That you would go behind my back?
If you just told me what was happening, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to ask Dad to tell me the truth.
The truth? Please. Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? You want to know what's the truth? Fine. Here's the truth. The divorce wasn't mutual. I divorced him. Your father announced he was going to Reno to become a full-time gambler and expected me to say, "Oh, sure, honey, feel free to abandon me and my daughter and dying mother to try out your next get-rich-quick scheme." What kind of person would think a marriage could work with that kind of distance? So then I have to be the bad guy, just like always. He gets to run away and be the fun parent, and I have to be the mean mom and do all the work. So I divorced him. I'm sure he's just as proud of his new job as I am, and that's why you're hearing about it now. So sure, go to Nevada, ask him all about it. I'm sure he'll tell you the truth.
Not only did I lose my phone, but I got in a fight with Mom. This sucks. I guess now we're just going to sit here in silence until we get to this stupid houseboat. What a fun road trip. That was sarcastic. God, there's so much to unpack there. I really thought those pills said Helen, which is why I brought it up, because if they had said Opal, then I wouldn't have brought it up, because that's your business. I don't need to know if you take medication. That's, again, not my business. You know, get the help you need.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's through here. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Look, I know you're upset. We both are. Let's just get in, see what we can find about Pierre, and get out. Before I change my mind.
Agreed.
But again, don't take it out on your children. Thanks. Well, looks like we finally made it to the houseboat we saw in the picture, most likely owned by the mystery man, aka Pierre Lautrec. Whatever we find here better be worth it. Yeah, it's the one from the picture. He was box 9.
Lautrec! That's the name of the mystery man. Think he's got mail?
Maybe.
Guess we'll never know. It's locked anyway.
Maybe that's for the best. Tampering with other people's mail is illegal.
It's 30-year-old mail. It's fine. Unless he still lives here. We found a mailbox labeled Lautrec. We can't get into it, though. Mom says it would be illegal, but that's quitter talk. Correct. Again, when it's mail as old as this, does it even... Like, no one's coming back for it. Because this place looks abandoned, so I doubt he's still here. If he is, I would be shocked. Oh, no, I do just have to drop. Okay. No, I don't have to drop. Where do I go? I'm gonna say don't jump onto the rock. That's a mistake. Where do I go? Seriously. Do I have to go over here and explore this rando house? Because that's definitely the houseboat. Can I go in here? I can. I didn't expect to. I figured this was like a different property of some sort, but I guess not. Important notice. All docked vessels must be removed prior to October 1st, 1974 due to the scheduled completion of the St. Jude River Dam project. No exceptions by authority of Algoma Municipal Board.
Pierre! Pierre was here.
Looks like we're on the right track.
I can't read this again. Come on now. Please remember, this is a shared facility for all residents who fish off of their boats or the dock. If you borrow equipment to clean or prepare your catch, return it to its storage space in an orderly fashion. And if you clean your catch on the workbench here, please clean up thoroughly before retiring for the evening. We all rely on one another's consideration to keep the fishing shack in good shape. This means you, Pierre. Oh, so it was not his reminder. Hi, Stardew, what's up? This was not his reminder. This was everybody reminding him and being like, hey, can you not, please? Bathroom. I doubt there's anything of use in here. No, there's not. Pick up the glass. Interesting. It's got a cool pattern on it. Fishing hat. Crumbler stout. Crumpler stout? Crumpler, not crumbler. Water bottle. All these fishing lures. I've gone fishing exactly once in my life. And I had a Barbie fishing pole, if that tells you anything. Another thing along with the hunting that I'm just not going to be doing. Okay. Random knife. Oh, I can just pick up all of them. I couldn't tell you what any... Like, obviously I know what a knife is for, but, like, if there are certain steps that people are like, well, it's easier to do this to a fish.
Somebody has anger
knife.
issues. Couldn't just set down the knife gently, could ya?
No, you gotta stab the cutting board. Oh, I'm glad that you re-stabbed the cutting board. You could have set it down gently.
Is that
Oh.
dried blood? Ew, 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 ew. Why on earth did I just touch that?
Put that down. Put that down. All these knives. I was hoping like one of them said Pierre on them or something. But nothing. Again, when people leave things in disarray like this, why? What happened? Because you would think at least some people knew that it was there like last time here or something. Been like, oh, I'm not coming back next year or whatever. Anything back here that is of interest? I doubt it. It's cool to see all the graffiti everywhere, though. This view's really cool. Sometimes you just gotta take a minute to appreciate the way the view looks. Another game with, like, beautiful views is Tell Me Why. I should probably play that on here. Because it's a really good game that talks about, it's a set of twins, and one of them is trans, and it's like talking about what happened with their mother. It's really, really good, and it's a 3-episode game that I've got all the
How are we
episodes
supposed
of.
to get on
It's
board?
really beautiful.
Maybe there's something around here we can use.
We want to get across to the boat, but if we try to jump that gap, we'll break our shin bones. Maybe there's something around here that we can use to get across. Can I, like, push the kayak and use it as a ladder? I don't know how big the gap is. Ugh. It's a rough one. I think climbing down is probably also not the best option with that chair and stuff down there. What is the best way to get down there? Rope? Apparently not. Could have worked, just nobody wants it to. I don't think I have a longboard, Stardew. I'm trying to figure out what way around is best. Oh, can I use this giant stick thing? Oh, this giant board situation? Plank! That's what we'll
This is
call
so
it.
stupid. We're trespassing.
This is so stupid.
We need to go back home.
But
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted, or
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Okay, fine. You stay here, and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
You're right. I'm sorry. We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way! What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
Tails. Always go
Tails.
tails.
I lost?
In a
Man.
manner of speaking.
After you.
All right. Here I go.
Careful.
Not very climactic.
Not quite as scary as I thought.
Yeah, this thing is pretty sturdy. Especially for just sitting out here for a few decades. Let's hope we can say the same for the rest of the boat.
Yeah. Chips. But not Judy's. Oh, maybe they don't sell Judy's in Canada. It goes under a different name.
Quite the party boat Pierre had going on here.
No kidding.
I kind of want to clean up the rest of these.
Ugh, why?
It feels like the right thing to do.
It just feels like the right thing to do.
That seems kind of futile. Gonna clean up the rest of this boat, too?
Maybe I will.
Anything around the outside? Oh, there's a whole thing down here. Oh, that's a flare gun. Okay, we're gonna wait a minute on that. We'll come back for the flare gun. But if it's out on a chair, I mean, people don't normally just sit flare guns out. There's like a designated place that you know that's where the flare gun is. And a chair doesn't seem like what you would think. Here's more liquor. I can't pick it up, so I don't know what kind. Oh god, okay. I was surprised to receive another letter from you so soon. A houseboat. It's a romantic thought living right on the water. But don't you suppose it might be a bit small for both of us and 2 children, including a teenager? Couldn't you have written to me before making this decision? We are still here, waiting for the heat to die down. While I'm excited to start our new life afresh, I have begun to rack up worries. How will the children react? With all they've already been through, what do you suppose my parents will think, and us just disappearing? My poor mother. She's already lost a son-in-law. Won't people come looking for us? Are you sure there's no other way? Helen.
A letter from Grandma.
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Yeah.
Whoa. What?
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So, this is like looking into an alternate reality. I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
Don't bring up Dad right now. Don't bring up Dad right now. That's a bad call.
One where we were really rich, and you could fix up the Andromeda and make every play there amazing?
Tess.
And we could keep Grandma's house and make it all perfect, like better than it's ever been?
There's no way to that reality from here.
Ooh, okay, Grandma. Okay. Not what I thought I was picking up.
This is from when Grandma was really young.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this one.
You look a lot like her.
Really? I always thought I looked more like my father.
Maybe you were just imagining things?
What? Oh, you mean because he might not have been my father?
Yeah.
I suppose I can see the resemblance now that I think about it.
You have her smile.
Ooh, hello. I want to take pictures like that in a sunflower field.
Wow, cool.
Tess, don't touch that!
Why not? It's just as grimy as anything else in this boat. Plus, I want to find out what the winter campus fashions were in 1968.
Ugh, you don't know where that's been.
It's literally been right here for 30 years.
I mean before that. Like... Never mind. And I think it was fringed jackets.
The winter campus fashions in 1968?
And patterned tights. But really, put that down.
I'll put it down. Okay, like one shirt, some records. There's nothing, no. There's nothing from the top. No, no, no.
It's locked. This must be where the money is.
I seriously doubt that, but regardless, we'll have to...
Can I just kick it in?
I'd say you're free to try, but I don't want you hurting yourself.
How sturdy can it be? Ow. All right, pretty sturdy.
Yeah. Pierre's office. Whatever's in there could blow the lid off this whole thing. Of course it's locked because nothing's ever easy. Blanket. Random case that I cannot open. Fishing rods. Ship's wheel. Pick up the
Boy.
captain hat.
Really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock?
Doubtful. Lighter. Which is super rusted and I would never trust again. And sunglasses. Here's a note. Gotta read this. Travel expenses, tank of gas, $6.80. Postcards, map, $122. Lunch, steak, $6. Motel, $8. 6-pack of beer, $187. Dinner, burger, $3. Stamps, $1. Breakfast, $2. Liquor, $17.75. $47.64. $39,952.36. Oh, how much money was different 20 years ago?
Damn, 40 grand.
We've definitely found our man.
This must have been from when he drove up here. Imagine
Yeah.
spending $6 on a steak lunch.
God,
Or
I can
$7 for a tank of gas.
Did people just drink more back then?
Yeah, I think so. But this is a lot, even for 1968.
Michael just texted me back and went, "What game is this from?" Hopto Lake, Ontario, August 2nd, 1968. Received from Mr. Pierre Lautrec $3,000 in exchange for the houseboat The Idle on. H. Weiss. I was wondering what that second word was in the sign, because I could tell it was a 4-letter word, but I couldn't tell what it
For a
was.
houseboat?
Are you saying that's a lot or a little?
I feel like that's...
A little?
Yeah.
Only
like,
$3,000 for a boat you can live on? It's a house and a boat. That's 2 whole things for just $3,000. Some people don't even have one thing.
It does seem like he probably got a pretty good deal.
Do you think the boat had something wrong with it?
Maybe Pierre just drove a hard bargain.
Cool. Nobody to spy on now.
Correct. Okay. Over here. Nope. Cup mug. Still no. Oh, that's a cute mug. Can I go down this way or no? No, it's very broken. I can't. I don't think there's anything else over here that's like important or would spark me and Mom to talk about something. You know? This is like the one ashtray that's been different the whole game. Which, I mean, makes sense. Obviously, the other ones were all like the same family, but still feels strange. Where am I going now, though? Because I can't just kick in the thing. nothing in the drawers. Checked all of this. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Laundry basket? No. Didn't miss anything in here, did I? No, I don't think so. Where is the key to the office? Or where's the sledgehammer so I can break it down? Yeah, oil lamp won't let me do anything, Starger. I tried. Because I also thought that would probably give me something, but... there's not a key or anything, which is why I'm confused. No, what is that in the corner? Oh, there's that place outside with the flare gun. I can go check out there. You won't pick up those 2 bottles, but you'll pick up the 2 bottles that were on the other chair? That feels odd, but okay. Okay, so there's a ladder to descend here. Is this the same place? No, that's not. This is the lower deck of the boat. Okay, and there's a door here. It is also locked. Never mind, we don't have that either. How do you move this, though? Because you can go below this. Why aren't you moving the chair? I think it was back here on this side. Maybe not. Oh, no, it was. I can descend this ladder. I can see another fishing hat. A flare gun.
Dodge this.
Let's not, though. Let's absolutely not do that. Thanks. I'm assuming it can't go down there. I wonder who all these tags are. Are they, like, people that worked on the game? Because that would be real cool. Okay, so this is down here now. Where I couldn't go from upstairs. I'm not gonna pick up the comb, okay. I'll pick up a razor, but not a comb.
Intense.
Okay.
What's the brushy thing for?
Brushy thing? That's so you can wipe off the excess hair. Goodness gracious. How do I know this and you were 17 in 2003? Oh. Oh. This is sad. He had the room ready for the girls and everything. Oh no.
Oh, it's for 4 players. Sorry, Pierre.
Oh, that's so sad. That he like had everything ready for them to come and then Helen was like, no, I can't do it. Which I get. I do get it. But man, it's so sad on like I can only imagine how he felt them being on this houseboat alone for the rest of his life. Or for the rest of however long before he decided to leave. Please don't go on about the silly ideas in my head. My concerns are far from silly. This affects all of us. You say we'll have everything we could ever hope for, but I'm not the one who decided to run off across the border and have silly little Helen pick up her entire life and her children's lives at the drop of a hat to follow, no matter how much money was involved. I hope for things that money can't buy. Treasured friendships I've held since I was a girl. My relationship with my parents and my siblings. Satisfying work where I get to help people. My children to grow up in the loving company of their grandparents and to their friends. These are the things you're asking me to give up. And for what? Isolation? An unfamiliar place? A leaky boat? Money to spend on what? What does it matter if everything else is lost? Helen.
You tell him, Grandma.
Yeah, not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kinda nice that she was thinking about you guys, too. Not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening.
What's the present? Can I open the present, though? I want to open it. These were like presents he got the girls. I would assume anyway. It's like sad that all the pink is falling apart. Anything else in here I can mess with? Okay, I don't think so. It's wild to think about, like, the one thing that could have changed your entire life. Like moving here, and then obviously Tess would never have existed. It's a lunchbox. And then a bucket, which is great. Fork and spoon. Knife is there. Fork and spoon look way better than the knife does. Robbers hit again. Local and state police are looking for a group of thieves who made off with an undisclosed amount of cash taken from the Kleinman clothiers in a burglary Saturday night. According to state police, the men broke into the store around 1:20 a.m. They dismantled the store safe, taking the money bag before fleeing. There were no witnesses. We're encouraging local businesses to deposit all cash to their banks at the end of each business day, said Officer Randall Weston of the Portland Police. Until the burglars have been apprehended, it's too risky to leave any money in the store overnight. Michigan State Police have set up an anonymous tip line for any information on the identities of the thieves.
The burglary ring! Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber. Why else would he have this?
Maybe my mother sent it to him.
For what?
To keep him abreast of current events?
Wouldn't he
Oh,
get this
come
in the newspaper?
on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry counters at department stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware, I think.
You think?
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on my criminology.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke into the store, but there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Got a point.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Are you seriously asking if I think my mother was an accomplice in all this?
On second thought.
On second thought, maybe not. Grandma Helen was too smart to get involved in something like that.
Cash, travel supplies, lunch, postcards, etc. Boat, Eidolon, receipt of August 2nd, poker at the shack. Groceries, Olson's, Cavalier's liquor, whiskey, wine, Charlie's, supplies for the girls, craps game. October 2nd, groceries, 4th, boat supplies, life preservers, naval equipment? Would be nautical. Horse race, Newman's track, groceries, coffee, wine. 19th, Charlie's bedding, clothes, etc. Loan to John H. for the house. Slow down. November 1st, cash. 2nd, Cavaliers, whiskey, port, vodka, poker, Cavaliers, etc. December, craps. January 3rd, poker. January 7th, lunch with the guys. March, May, July 14th, cash. September, October.
Boy, he really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
Well, some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Can you imagine Grandma living here?
Can you imagine August living here?
No.
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had to fish every day.
This is a very tempting scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like Little House on the Prairie, but on a boat.
Little houseboat on the river?
Rolls off the tongue.
That's unfortunate. No. Open the door. Close the door. Open the cabinet. There's a pan. Close the cabinet. Another one. And a pot. That's good. Plates. Can't open the fridge. Coffee can. Hips. 4 cents off. Ready, fresh vacuum can. Oh look, there was like a built-in bar situation. Flashlight. Didn't mean to do that. Wine? Mayhaps? Another wine. Can I do this? There we go. California bicyclette. Bicyclette? Yeah, bicyclette. Probably. 1962 vintage. Stewart's. What does that say? Special Old Reserve. I assume that that's whiskey. Probably, from what was on the thing. French Quarter Old Blend Bourbon Whiskey. Okay. Bottled and Bond Old Clarkson Straight Rye Whiskey. There's some more of those glasses, like what was in the shack. Old TV. Gold Standard Premium Pale Ale.
Aha!
Ah, found it! I found it. Well, I found one of them. There should be 2 keys that I'm looking for. Receipt. Cavaliers Liquor, Beers, Wines, Liquors, 213 Main Street, 139, Powhatan. October 1968. Mr. Lautrec, address French Court, Josiah Lincoln, Old Clarkson Stewart's, California Bicycle, or Bicyclette, Pyrenees, Cabernet? Is that what we want to go with? Rene Chablis, paid, all sales final. So he was lonely and drank a lot.
Wow.
Because he was lonely.
That is a lot.
Hi,
to
Scott.
spend on
I saw the
whiskey.
follow. Thank you.
$45?
A lot for back then, I mean. Whiskey was more expensive then, too. Plus, judging from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Geez, slow it down, Pierre.
I don't think he was handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't look like he was handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
Pack of cigarettes. Another glass. Another lighter. Ice bucket. Here's a megaphone.
Attention, Oh, man, what? This doesn't work. Should have seen that coming.
That is heartbreaking. What a shame. Tobacco box. Must be why there were a million lighters around. No, please turn the way that I want you to turn. There we go. No other tobacco is as rich, flavorful, or mild as Bogland Moor. Each leaf is hand-selected, and our master blenders determine the exact proportions used, guaranteeing only the finest quality product. Cards for, I assume, his poker games. Pipe for his tobacco. Oh, is this the door I couldn't open? Yeah, it is. Okay, so then this must be to his office. The key that I've got. Hi, Coach! Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. It's good to see you back in here. Hopefully you still like the game as much. This way. Yeah, this way. We've actually been going through quite a lot. You've missed it. Apparently Dad isn't our dad. And we're in Canada looking for the real guy. That Grandma almost ran away with after who we thought was our father died. Or who we thought was our grandfather died. We play his test. But Opal and August. Yeah, it's been a wild ride these past couple hours. Okay. I received your latest letter. This is my final response. You say you did all this for me, but you didn't. Everything you've done, you did for yourself. You were the one who was unsatisfied with our home, our income, and you always wanted more. You were the one who made the decision to get more money through reckless, illegal means. You were the one who decided to run to Canada to save your own skin without even telling me until it was too late to do anything but follow along. I am not following along anymore. You say these are your kids too. Of course they are, but they're my children as well. I'm here with them every day, comforting their grief, trying to console them over the loss of their father, trying my very hardest to keep up the ruse, but I'm getting used to it. Used to doing this on my own, used to speaking for myself, to living this new life. I'm regaining my footing. I'm starting to feel okay. You say you'll do whatever it takes to make me happy, that you'll give me everything I've always deserved to have. I don't know how else to tell you this, but I think you already have. All I want now is to be left alone, free to lead this new life by my own means. Do not contact me or the children again. This is over for all of us. I think we were happy once. I hope you find happiness again. Helen. So I guess that's it.
Grandma had enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house. Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had it.
Oh, and another
Looks
key.
like a mailbox key.
Oh, I was hoping that would turn up.
I swear, you could be so nosy sometimes.
For sure. Why wouldn't you be? I mean, this man is long gone, obviously. So again, I come back to the question, is it really illegal and a problem if, you know, he obviously wasn't coming back? What is that noise? Okay, so I don't get to have your thing, okay. I can't look at that, right? I didn't just do that wrong. Okay, so he drafted blueprints and stuff. 'Cause I don't think this is the boat. Maple... something? Maple room. Again, I'm so blind. Can I read it when I zoom in on the mug? Room, renovation, bar, and retail. Charlie's 2708, Washington. Okay. All the wallpaper just peeling up. I'm sure because of water damage. I mean, it's a boat. I appreciate that he tried to make it prettier, but... Now we go to the mailbox. Maybe the mailbox is the end of the game. I don't know.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
If this guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine. I'm just gonna tell Mom to live a little.
Come on,
it's
Mom,
fine.
live a little. We've already come so far. We can't just stop now, when we're so close to the truth.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
Okay. Read. Lautrec, Box 9, Hop 2 Lake, Carndale, Ontario. Return to sender, unclaimed, no such address, address incomplete. Which one's checked off? The bottom one. Insufficient postage, okay. So, next. Let's read that again. To whom it may concern, I now confess my culpability for a spate of burglaries which resulted in the theft of almost $500,000. I had worked as a property inspector for King County for over 10 years. At a poker game in 1966, I was approached by a man interested in trading blueprints and my knowledge for cash. He and a few others targeted department stores and other businesses that carried large amounts of cash overnight. This relationship developed and I became more and more involved. I was given 10% of the proceeds from the robberies in exchange for information on how they could evade detection from the store security. As time went on, the stores they chose to hit became riskier and riskier. I had no way to back out of the arrangement as they had threatened not only my safety, but that of my family's as well. Seeing no other option, I falsified a death certificate with papers I lifted from the county office. I left my wife and daughters to cross the border under an assumed name, giving them instructions to follow me. They never did, and I regret having asked them to. With little of my stolen profits remain, I have destroyed. My wife, Helen, knew nothing of my crimes until it was too late. She only went along with the story of my death because she had no other choice. She is innocent. My decision to involve myself in a series of crimes was mine alone. I ask only that you leave my wife and daughters alone. This is my confession. Leonard Lambros. Man. Man. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, that is so heavy. The lore indeed, Ra. Man, that's good. Man, that's good.
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died. When we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just here. On this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
It kind of did happen though, didn't it? As far as you knew, it did. You lived with that your whole life, so to you, it did.
I can't believe it. I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time, he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive.
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean, well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop. You'll make me cry.
just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
Alright, do we get the story now? Looked at all that. Can't look at my backpack or anything anymore. I don't want to turn the radio on. I want to have this conversation.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
So you asked about what happened with me and Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was going to fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was going to be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
That's kind of cool.
It's certainly, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's following his dreams. He might not make it, but he is going for it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I never really thought about it in that kind of light.
I mean, I wish he could have been here, but he had a dream, and he had to follow it. I get it.
Right, my little web entrepreneur.
It's like Matt Damon in Rounders.
It's not really like Rounders. I mean, he wins a lot in Rounders, and he's a lot more handsome.
He must really like poker.
He likes it, but I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh.
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, explained everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
No, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
We're not gonna say like doing Kurt to our mother. That feels absolutely not. Oh.
Like seeing Kurt?
Yeah, exactly. Amongst many other things. But yeah, it's hard to let go, to see you as an adult, and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then. Even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head, the bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah. I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
I don't know. That's hard because it's leaving so much behind. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. Moving like far from where you are is a really big thing. Like, I mean, I did it, obviously. None of my family's here. Or anything like that. So I'm gonna go with
I'm not sure. What about the Andromeda and Francine?
Yeah.
It means starting over, kind of.
Yeah. But it could be nice to get a fresh start. We've been through a lot of big changes this year. You've been through so many big changes. But I mean, we're making it work.
Yeah.
And whatever we decide, we can make it work. I'm confident in that.
Yeah. Me too.
We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French Canadian after all.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah. Me too.
Oh, that was really good. I liked that. That was really nice. I really love games like these because I can draw a lot of parallels to things, storytelling wise. And it was really cool that I got to see so much of things like that. And the ending I really loved with like the scroll down and not reading ahead and seeing that it was Leo the whole time and that he just didn't know a way out of a really bad situation. I mean, no wonder he drank himself to death on that boat. Man, it was so good. Yeah. Aww. It's always so good to see all these names, and I wonder how many of these people, or if any of them really, also worked on Edith Finch. Because they're both, obviously, Annapurna worked on both of them, and it's, because there are a few different people in here than there were on Tuesday. I have a tattoo of What Remains of Edith Finch because it is my favorite game of all time, and the way it talks about family and the way that, you know, you have to say goodbye and forgiveness and like all of these things. Yes, it is the same company that made Stray, and I also really love Stray. Like, it's one of my favorite games. All my cats watched me play Stray because they were fascinated that there was a cat that looked like Fitzgerald on the screen the whole time. But yeah, like, I love all Annapurna games. I think they're all beautifully made. They all have like great story to them, and this one hit hard in a lot of places for me and might have to like be up there for me with a lot of storytelling games, because I love to just explore by object. I think that's something I put into a lot of the stories I tell tabletop wise too. Like when I'm GMing, I work a lot in the psychological aspect of things and like the people that live in the gray area, because there is no like perfect morally right, like, or morally wrong. Like the black and white of it all is very stark, and it's hard to find somebody that fits in one of those things. Everybody lives somewhere on the grayscale, which I play around with a lot, because a lot of people think that they are the hero of the story, whether they truly are or not. And that's where like Everyone's Forgotten started. That was a big thing in Trusting Fates, with him thinking, you know, like the big bad of the series thinking like, I'm avenging my wife, and then that final letter they found in the office is like, no, the wife like made this decision on her own and knew he wouldn't go along with it, and so she made it in secret and all these things. And there's something like really beautiful in the mom finding out this way. Obviously not dad being a part of a burglary ring or whatever, but like just the journey that you'll go on with your kid and realize like, oh, if my mom had had the support, things probably would have turned out differently. And now my kid is trying to support me and all these things, and I'm not letting her do that. That was just really good. That was very good. I liked that a lot. I'm glad we finished it tonight. That was my goal. But then when we went past the summer house, I was like, oh God, are we not going to finish it? But yeah, we just had the Canada trip after. So it was a good length. It was like a 4.5-hour game, 4-hour game ish, which is probably about what Edith Finch is too, now that I think about it, which I'm also going to probably play on here. Maybe that's a this weekend game or a next week game, because I'm about on my time to play it again, and it's a really beautiful game to talk about storytelling wise. Just like talk about how you tell a story through objects and through vignettes and things like that, because I do love a good flashback. I think they're really cool. Will does those super well on Tenebris, if you ever want to come check out Tenebris. Which next week, I'm going to have to move the time of the show, because I realized this week, I was like, I can do 6 to 8. Tenebris starts at 8 o'clock. So I can't do that. So I'm probably going to have to make this a day show. So let me know if that works for any of you, because I'd really like a day show to happen, even if you just listen from the thing. You're right, Coach. Nobody loves a flashback more than Ollie does. Ollie is all about flashbacks all the time. I'm so excited to like get back to Ollie and Coach. That'll be really good when the time comes, because Ollie is one of my favorite characters to play for a lot of reasons, but like Ollie is just fun and has had a really interesting life and has had to grow up very quickly. So I enjoy Ollie a lot, and now Ollie obviously has a lot of responsibility. For those that have not seen Country Roads, Ollie now is like I don't remember the exact title, but is like a all-knowing being across time. Has like taken over her mom's job. And that was... Yes, I need to do Art of Ollie and Coach. I'm planning on, which you can't see it in this box, but you can sometimes see it in different overlay styles. There's like a brick wall over here, and I'm gonna draw some different points of time that had like a really big meaning to me as a player, with like a character that meant a lot to me. And one of those is going to be Ollie and Coach, when they had to say goodbye to everybody, and they ended up in West Birch. So that's definitely going to happen, which honestly, it might happen on here. Play and Process is also like a co-working show where you can watch me work in real time, whether that's on art or show production or things like that. And I've got 3 APs in the middle of production stuff right now, like in the middle of pre-production, that are all going to be over here. So, oh yeah, I'm picking the goodbye for sure. That meant the world to me. That's the first time I've ever had that with a character. And when Allie was like, yeah, you're gonna be on a timer, and like literally put me on a timer, I cried. Yes. Yeah, thanks for saving me was a really good moment. It was, that game meant everything to me and still means everything to me. Like, Country Roads was a lot, and I was really excited that Allie wanted to keep Ollie around, because I really thought, like, I texted somebody and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm losing my character. Like, I'm pretty sure Ollie's dying and never coming back. Which is something I've given Allie sort of blanket permission on. Like, if she ever felt like a character was, like, at the end, then, like, let's sit down, let's make a new character. Like, I am more than willing to sit down and tell a final story for somebody, because I think that's a beautiful thing to be a part of. But I was really, really, really happy when she ended up getting her mom's, like, job that she never even knew her mom had, to, like, be in charge of so much time and space and taking care of so many people across it, to now be in West Birch with everybody. Yeah, you probably are gonna make me cry right now, Scott. Because that was, like, Ollie is one of those characters that means the world to me. Yeah. She's just, like, everything, and I'm really excited to get back to it. That and, like, because Henley also means a lot to me for different, very different reasons. But those will both be back eventually. I've not talked to Allie about timelines, but I know that eventually they're going to be. Yeah, I also need FGP to put those shows up on YouTube. I would really like that, because I'd like sub for the reel that I'm making. And I also just want to rewatch them. I don't rewatch my stuff a lot, like, later. I do sometimes to, like, take notes on my own performance and see if I can do, like, what I can do better. But the ones where I cry, I try not to rewatch those, but I definitely, like, sobbed in Country Roads. I cried a couple times in, like, yeah. I've given Allie, like, full permission for our whole lives to just, if you feel like it's the time, like, I am happy to be the one that you, like, throw in the emotional ring. Like, if you need somebody to, like, go through a really emotionally hard time, put me in, Coach, because I'll do it. Because I like acting all that out. Again, psychological everything, like, psychological viewing of the way the world works and stuff is all so incredibly interesting to me. It's how I got through 4 years of school about it, because I was just like, I don't know what to do other than explore feelings. And it worked out. So now I just do that through acting all the time. Aw, Raw, thanks. I'm so happy you came in to hang out. I knew that this, earlier when you were like, this is also new, I was like, aw, I'm Raw's very first video game stream. That's so cool. you'll get to see a lot over here. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of video games, a lot of co-working, this like show in particular of play and process. But like I've got 3 actual plays in the middle of pre-production. And we'll see what airs first. We're going by cast and like seeing what kind of works out for people and what works out for scheduling. But I'm really excited about all the things that are gonna be around for all this. Rediscovery has meant a lot to me since I started working on it like 6 or 7 months ago, on and off, being, and like the first 4, maybe 5 months of that were a name. I could not come up with a name that I liked, and Rediscovery was actually on the very first list I made, and it was a name that stood out to me a lot in the ways that I felt like it should, but it wasn't something that I felt pertained completely to what I wanted until the past couple of months. And then I was like, oh, yeah, no, that is what I want, actually. And so we kept it. Need to beat those crows. Oh, yeah. We do need to beat those crows. Yes, Sudoku in bed. I do Sudoku every morning, Ra. Every morning I wake up and do Sudoku. Thank you, Ra. I'm actually getting ready to sign off for the night because the game is officially done. I wanted to let all the credits roll because it means a lot to me to show people's work and stuff. So I try to let all the credits roll at the end of the game so people can see all the names that pop up. But now we're done. That's it. Oh, I like that they have chapter selection now, so I could go back if I wanted to. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I could have just left that at the menu, but it's fine. I'll just switch to solo talking for a hot second, so you're not staring at a black screen. But thanks for coming to hang out, guys. I know it was a little long. It was like 3:17. Yeah, according to that. But yeah, it was a really cool game. I like that a lot. I'm gonna think on that for a long time, I think, storytelling wise, and maybe incorporate some things into like one of the games that I'm working on. But yeah, this was just a really cool night. Thanks for coming to hang out and sit through this long game with me. I'm gonna head off for the night though. I'm gonna go watch some TV and work on some art and things like that and just kind of de-stress for the night. But I'll be back again. I might do a bonus this weekend if I feel like it, if I'm feeling up to doing an extra stream. But if all else fails, this will be during the day on Tuesday. I'll try to figure out a good time, and then Tenebris will be that night for episode 3 because we do every other week. So this week is Tenebris. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, well, hopefully we live because last episode was rocky. But see you all either this weekend or Tuesday, and I hope you have a lovely night. See ya!